And now, Jason Brett presents Friday Night Streamaroonoos.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Friday Night Streamaroonoos. As you can see on screen, unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, Bryn of Horror Hands is unable to be on tonight's stream. We connected about half an hour prior to this, so about a lot longer now. About 8 o'clock, we connected backstage on the StreamYard, and the internet just wasn't on our side. Basically barely could talk to Bryn. He was the internet was cutting out and freezing, and it was all over the place. And we decided that it wouldn't really be ideal to go forward with the stream we had planned. We have rescheduled for next week, so hopefully the internet will be on our side next Friday. So fingers crossed. I hope it does, because I've been wanting to talk to Bryn for a long time. He's got a great channel. If you haven't subscribed to Horror Hands, please go and do it. He's got a wonderful channel. He's got wonderful knowledge of horror films. His collection is ridiculously great. So even though he may not be here on the stream tonight, please go and sub to his channel. It's great. So yeah, unfortunately, that is the reality of tonight's stream. You're stuck with just me, unfortunately, and of course the incomparable Steve. Steve is back. He is here. He is hungry. No, you can't stop. Please stop. Yeah, he's hungry. What did I say? Stop. Anyway, that's Steve. So yeah, so unfortunately you're stuck with just me tonight. Unfortunately, it is the way of things. And with that said, I don't need these headphones, because I just don't know. I don't need them, which is good, because I'm not actually listening to anyone. Right. So I know there's been a bunch of comments already, obviously directed to me and Bryn. Unfortunately, Bryn's not here, so I'll have to answer them myself as best as I can. So we've got, keeping it to YT, Jason, my good friend Jason. Typical Jason. He says, gonna jump in here with a cheeky first fart. I mean, comments. Look, at least I didn't take 4 hours to get you your first comment, Jason. So that's good, right? That's good. Undead Sick 83. Thanks for jumping on the stream. I really do appreciate it. He says, I hope you are well. It's great you're doing the stream together. Unfortunately, it's not the reality now. Unfortunately, I do. Again, I apologize to everyone that was looking forward to see Bryn on the stream, but such is the way of things sometimes, and things don't always go the way you want them to, unfortunately, which is kind of a piss take, really. The internet can really get on my nerves. Anyway, we have Ryan of Let's Get Kicking Movies. You're right, Ryan. I hope you're doing well. He says, how's it going? It's going kind of shit, because I was hoping to have Horror Hands on here, but it is what it is. Alan Scouser. Hello, Alan. Thanks for joining the stream. I really appreciate you jumping on. He says, nice to be here. He also says, I am really looking forward to this. Let's talk horror. Unfortunately, I don't know how much horror we'll be talking about now, because Bryn's not here and he's the horror man, or the horror hands, some would say. We have Pete, Playtendo Guy. Hello, Jason. Hope you're well. I'm doing well. We have Sophie's Retro Revival. Hey, Jason. Hello, Soph. I hope you're doing good this evening. We have Andy, A Forgotten World of Movies. Hi, guys. I hope you're doing well. How are you tonight? I'm all right. Just a bit frustrated that, technical difficulties are a pain in the ass, basically. Ryan says, my German import of Freddy vs. Jason is arriving tomorrow. Nice one. A very fun film that I would recommend people, to be fair. It's not as bad as some people say, in my opinion. Keeping it too much, he says, Where's my burrito? Where's my burrito? I don't know. Have you checked the fridge? Maybe. Under Six says, I recommend a film. Go and watch The Suicide Squad. Completely bonkers film with great action, insane characters, and bonkers fun. And no, superhero fatigue does not factor into this. I absolutely loved the new Suicide Squad movie. I thought it was fantastic. I thought the characters were all likable. I thought the comedy hit in the right places, and it became a kaiju film at the end, which always serves me. So I was really, really happy about that. But yeah, there's 14 people watching. Do appreciate it, guys. If you could drop a like on this video, I would really, really appreciate it. Ryan says, let's get kicking movies. He says, what's your thoughts on the Evil Dead franchise? I think it's one of the most consistent franchises in horror. I like pretty much almost all of it, bar Army of Darkness. I'm not the biggest fan of that film, but I do like first one's a classic, sequel is a masterpiece, the remake is unbelievably good, and the TV show is very, very, very funny, and I had a really good time with the TV series. Keeping it to YT, Jason says, who has seen the new trailer for Candyman? Fucking epic. I'm really looking forward to Candyman. I think it might be a good one. It's not a remake as we first thought. It's actually going to be almost like a spiritual sequel to the original, which is really good, I think. Andy says, have you seen Monkey Shines and Martin by George Romero? Great little underrated horrors. I have not, but now they'll be on my never-ending list. Everyone, I know it's sad. Sorry to hear that, mate. Sophie says Steve can be co-host. The thing is, Steve can't talk. He communicates me telepathically, so you can't hear him, which sucks. Alan says, shame that Bryn cannot join you, Jason. I will hopefully next week. I'm hoping next week will be good. Jules says, hi, David Brett. It's Jason, Jules. It's Jason, mate. Have Sophie on. Well, I don't know. I was just going to keep it solo now. I'm not really in the mood now. I was almost going to cancel the stream because it really kind of bummed me out big time because I was looking forward to getting Bryn on for a while because he's a top guy with a top channel. It's kind of bummed me out a little bit. So I'm not really in the best of moods right now, but I'm just like, thought I'd go live anyway because, you guys all support me, so I do appreciate it. Keeping It Tune says, if you want to drop me a link, I keep you company on your so you're not on your Larry. Appreciate that, Jason, but I don't know whether I want to have anyone on. I don't know yet. I'll think about it. I'll think about it, man. I'll think about it. So it says, Jules, why didn't go on? I don't know if I want anyone on though. So to be fair, watched Don't Breathe last night and pretty enjoyable film. Some very tense and clever moments. I've got that. I got it in the pound shop, but I've not actually watched it yet, which maybe I should do. Speaking of Bryn, we have Horror Hands. He says, sorry about that, mate. Damn technical difficulties. Yeah, it really does kind of suck. I won't lie, it's kind of bummed me out a bit, but there's always next week, right? So hopefully the internet will be on our side, Bryn, next week. I'm hoping, because it'd be great to have you on and have a really cool horror discussion. It'd be really cool. Talking to themselves. That's cool. Nice one, Soph. Bryn has a great channel. Everyone has subbed to Bryn, which is great. He has a wonderful channel. That's nice to see. Sophie says, bah. She's probably dying of laughter now I've done that. It's like it's in-joke we have where it's all about the sheep for some reason. Andy says, watch Tokyo Gore Police yesterday, Jason. Absolutely insane. Yeah, I know, right? It is like ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Crazy movie that I recommend. It's very violent. Yeah. But 1 second, just checking my messages. Yeah. Right, so I've had offers for a few people to join the stream, and I might take up both of them actually, because one, I've not had him on before, and I've said that I will bring him on, and then the other one is my good friend Andy, which I will bring him on. So we're gonna get a couple of people on, because I don't really want to do this on my own. To be fair, I'm a bit like but we'll see. Right, 1 second. Give me a sec, guys. Just gonna get some people on. I just hope the internet is okay with these guys, because I swear I think it's like my end, not my actual end where I poo, but my actual like internet might be the problem. But I suppose you guys can hear me and see me fine, right? There's no issues with connection on your guys' ends in terms of like watching. We'll see. So Jason and Andy, I've sent you the links. Let me know. Well, I'll know when you join, but just be sure to join, just so you know. Sophie says, so funny. I'm not sure why it makes me laugh so much. I know you literally almost like die of laughter when I go bah for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why this happens. There is 15 people watching, so I appreciate everyone jumping in the stream today. Really do appreciate it, guys. Again, I do apologize about the technical difficulties, and Bryn can't be on the stream, but it is what it is. There's nothing I really can do about it, to be honest. But hopefully next week will be a better week for that. Jules says Jason was going to look for Gore Police. I think the Blu-ray is fairly quite difficult to find. I could be wrong, but I don't mind picking up the DVD for you, Jules, and sending it your way if you want to watch it. Don't mind doing that at all. We have Blu-ray collector Gary. Hi Gary, thanks for joining the stream. Hi mate, shame no horror hands. Yeah, it's the bum. It's a shame. It's bummed me out. So, but I'm having Andy coming on, and my friend Jason, who's not been on the stream before, but hopefully he will join in due course. I hope so. I've sent him a link, so I hope he joins. He hasn't seen the fucking message, the bastard. Anyway, Jason, if you're still watching, I've sent you a link. Check your Facebook messages, please, sir. Jules, have both on, Jason. Let's get kicking. Says, I've rewatched T2 yesterday. Classic as always. Yeah, it's really good. I'm not like the biggest fan of that film, like a lot of people. I don't bun that film like it's the best thing ever. Like I do like it, but I do prefer Terminator 1 over Terminator 2. I prefer Arnie as a bad Terminator, and it's almost like a slasher film in disguise, in my opinion. I'm really blown away that we've got 18 people watching, so I do appreciate everyone that's watching. It's really great to see. Played in the guy, Pete says, I watched a bit of Versus yesterday and it was fun. Need to watch the rest soon. Versus is bonkers as well. Versus is almost similar to Tokyo Gore Police in terms of its absolute nuts. And I highly recommend watching the rest of Versus, man. It's bonkers. Arthur's in. Hi, Arthur. Thanks for joining the stream. All right, I've got Jason joining. I need to get my headphones on. Right. 1 second. Everyone's joining there. I've got the whole stream going on. And hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, you beautiful bastards.
Good evening, you peanut.
Well, everybody, please welcome Keeping It Tuned Keeping It Toon YT, also known as Jason. He's got the same name as me, the bastard. Jason, you literally live like 2 minutes from my house.
I know. Why can't I just shout out the window all my answers?
I know. We've known each other for like 20 years. How long has it been?
20, 22 years, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Andy, how you doing, my friend?
God, I'm going great from you now.
How are you guys doing?
Not bad. Yourself?
Yeah, all good, yeah.
Yeah, the stream didn't go as planned today, which I'm really bummed out about. But now I've connected with you guys. I could see that it might have been Horror Hands' connection, because every other word would cut out and I couldn't really hear what he was saying here, and he would freeze a lot. Like that. Yeah, stop. Jason, fuck off. Right. I can just drop you out. You know I can drop you out any time, right, Jason? Okay, fine. All right, Jason, is there any way you can turn down your mic a little bit because you're a bit loud?
Bit loud. Yeah. Where is my mic? There is my mic. Do. Okay, move it back. Go over there a minute. Do. Wait a minute.
I'm waiting.
I can whisper. Hello.
Please stop.
Oh, where is it? I'm finding it. I've got so many bloody microphone ports here. Wow, what am I using? I'm using that one. Am I using that one? I'm using that one. No, not that one. Wait a minute. Carry on.
Well, anyway, right. So as Jason's doing that, we'll just carry on with the thing. So anyway, Andy, how have you been today? Anyway, all right?
Yeah, I've been good. I'm just glad it's Friday.
I watched your epic 45-minute bloody video of your childhood nostalgia shows.
Thanks.
Yeah, I was on the bus. I was going to a job interview, and I was just like, I got to catch up on some YouTube. So some classic shows in that. Some classic shows. In that, man. You've got some box sets. You got some box sets I'm well jealous of, man.
Which ones?
I actually forgot. There is some in there. I was like, I think I should buy that. Like the 90s Spider-Man code. I didn't realize there was a UK DVD set of that.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, I need that in my life. Oh, and the dinosaurs show. I was like, I need that in my life as well.
Yeah.
Honey, I'm home. Oh, so good. Oh,
yeah,
classic.
that was such a brilliant show.
Yeah. Not the mama.
Yeah.
I love it when like the older son's all like a hipster. He's got like the mohawk, you know, he's like all that hip. Yeah. It couldn't be more 90s if it tried, right?
No. I love his like his work colleagues, and his boss was like the Triceratops.
Yeah, he's like an angry Triceratops, isn't he?
Yeah.
I swear there's an episode where it was just like it was hinting at the meteorite that wipes out the dinosaurs, and it's all like dark and depressing. I don't remember.
That's the last episode.
That's bleak, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's bleak.
Just really bleak. Yeah,
I would love to rewatch that show because I remember it, but I just remember pieces like the intro and not the mama, the baby.
Yeah,
but I don't really remember like story arcs that much per se. Do you know what I mean?
No. Yeah, it's been ages since I've watched it, so I really need to be checking it out again. But it's a show. I'm glad I picked it up when I did.
Yeah, is some of those box sets like Region 1?
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one is. The Pokemon stuff is. Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, Power Rangers. Yeah, they're all Region 1. Yeah.
That's fair. I'm just going to go into some comments. Arthur says, hope you're well. I'm doing all right. I'm better now I've got people in. I wasn't sure if I wanted people in today, but no, it's actually all right now. It feels like a proper stream. Jules says, "You look lovely as always." Well, thank you, I suppose. Never know whether I never know how to react to people when they say that. Never know how to react. Apparently, you're telling me you'll be on in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Right, so there's this in joke with me and Sophie, and I started doing this sheep noise, and she finds it fucking hilarious. So if I go bah now, I've done that. She's probably laughing her fucking tits off right now, right? And it all started because Ryan of Let's Get Kicking Movies, he set up a watch party thing on this website, and he's added me, and we're gonna do like a watch party thing at some point. But he's called it like Ryan's herd, and I found that funny, so I went bah, like a herd of sheep. So Sophie thinks it's hilarious. So that's a little context about that, just if you wondered. Jules says, "Just send a cheap version, Jason." I don't understand what that means. A cheap version of what? Oh, right. I guess she means Tokyo Gore Police.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I got it. I got you, Jules. Don't worry. We got Matt V's movies in. Thanks, Matt, for joining the stream. Quick update with Jason. How you doing, Jason? For microphone. Now you're really quiet. You're really quiet now.
Okay, so that's what it is then. All right.
Because you was really loud when you came in. Now you're really quiet.
How about now?
You're still the same. You're still quiet.
Still the same. La 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 la. Any louder?
Nothing's changing.
Nothing's changed. For fuck's sake.
Anyway, carry on.
Strangle that mic when I find it.
Look, Mike is innocent of all crimes, right?
So is Will, but everyone fires at him.
Well, you just all of a sudden went really loud then for some reason.
Really?
You're really loud now.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What's it like now?
Sorry, I'm just like really anal when it concerns like volume balancing.
Now?
Yeah, do. Fuck it. I can't be asked to mess around anymore. Let's go.
Damn right it'll do.
Slag. Anyway, Andy probably can tell we've known each other 20 years. Undead Six says, "Did you hear they are planning to maybe do Son of Kong next in the Monsterverse? Are you looking forward to that? I think it would be good to get a second Kong solo film." I agree with Kong having a second movie, because it's been like Godzilla's been given like 3 movies already. Well, he's been featured in 3 movies. So I think it'd be a good idea to do a Kong solo film, but I don't know if it necessarily would be a good move to be the next movie. I don't know whether it should be the next movie, because sure, he says about a solo film, but Godzilla vs. Kong, it did feel like more of a Kong film to me. Godzilla did feel kind of almost like a secondary character in that movie. So I feel like Kong sort of had his second film with Godzilla vs. Kong, but obviously that's not a solo film because he's got Godzilla in there. So I don't know. I don't know whether it's the right way to go next, but I don't know. We'll see. I was hoping maybe they move away from Godzilla and Kong and maybe give us a Mothra movie or a Rodan movie perhaps, and explore some of the other titans in the universe. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
You've not seen any of them, have you, Jason?
I'm not big on Kong or Godzilla or any of that. I do watch them, but I've got to be in the mood to watch something like that.
Get out. Get out. Anyway,
the last time I saw a Godzilla film, like an old Godzilla film, was when he faced what was it, like a giant spider? I can't remember what it was.
Oh, Gamunga, I think his name was. Does Godzilla like just beat him in like 2 seconds? Is it like almost?
No, but I think like Godzilla had a baby or something like that as well.
Oh, it might be Son of Godzilla. Yeah, it might be Son of Godzilla. Yeah, I think it might be because I think Gamunga, which is the spider, is like basically bullying Son of Godzilla. And Godzilla has to come in and just be like, "Stop bullying my son, you twat," and then just beat him up. I think I'm right. I could be wrong. I've never said I'm an expert. I've always said I'm not an expert. I'm a fan. There's a big difference there. Matt V's movie says Horror Hands is a great channel. Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, he is. I will say though, I've pimped out Andy's channel, forgotten one of the movies, but you know what? Go and subscribe to Andy anyway. He's got a great channel, and even though my friend Jason here has a very different channel to any of us, he's not really in the movie community, but he is in the football community. He's got one of the most unique football channels out there because he has fun with it. He's not just like, in the news today, Alan Shearer's coming back. He's coming out of retirement. Get happy, yay.
I wish he would. I wish he would.
No, but it's not like Jason doesn't make it boring. He's got like his own little characters, which are great, which he has fun with it. So if you want football content, or let me rephrase it. If you want Newcastle United football content with a bit of a twist, go and sub Jason because it's very funny. So yeah. What am I doing? Anyway, sorry about the falsetto there. Sorry about headphone users. Jules says, other Jason is funny. Always lovely to see Andy.
Oh, thanks, Jules.
Is that me? Is that me?
That is
always
you, yeah.
funny. I am always funny.
You got a new fan, Jason. You got a new
Yay, fan! Also fan!
For fuck's sake. Oh, I can see where this fucking stream is going. Jesus Christ.
Yep, straight to the top.
Bryn Horrorhand says, I'll have a look at my connection before next week. Yeah, I hope it works out in our favour next week, man. Sophie says, Jules, you like Andy's cat. Well, Andy's got an awesome cat.
It should pop in every now and again.
She likes a cameo. She likes a good cameo.
Yeah.
People talking to people. For fuck's sake. Jules goes, Andy's pussy, Soph.
My God. What?
Wow. Sophie says, Jules, behave, naughty. Yeah, Jules, you've got to behave. This is a R-rated, but not extended to NC-17 stream. So there's some things you can't really do on this stream. Jules says, my cats go nuts when they see Andy's cat.
My cats show their ass on camera when I'm streaming.
Well, I hope I don't do it here because that would be very, very not safe for work. That'd be very not safe for work. Look at my cat's asshole.
That happened on Wednesday when I was on someone else's channel. My cat decided to get up onto the table, turn around, lift her tail up, and her ass was straight in the camera. I'm like, thanks.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Who's your special guest for next week, Jason? Oh, my cat's ass. Gets all the clicks, man. Anyway, I'm gonna move on because it's getting crazy. Let's get kicking. Movie says Child's Play 2 and 3 are on the way from CX on Blu-ray. Great. Child's Play 2 is one of the greatest sequels of all time. It's my favorite iteration of Chucky. I think he's great. I'm gonna go out in a controversial opinion and say Child's Play 3 is better than the first movie, but that's just my opinion. I think it's wholeheartedly underrated. And again, it kind of gives us the same Chucky from Chucky 2, which I love that era of Chucky. I think it's the best portrayal of Chucky. What about you guys?
Funny enough, I watched Chucky today. Not long after I came in from seeing you earlier. Yeah, I watched Bride of Chucky.
Oh, yeah. When it was starting to teeter off into the...
Yeah. So, I think Bride and Seed of Chucky were quite decent. quite comical as well.
Seed is one of the worst fucking sequels of all time. I can't stand that. I hate that movie. Like I'm planning a video where I'm talking about sequels that disgraced the franchises that they're in, and Seed's in there. Seed's in there. It's an absolute disgrace. Anyway, that's just my opinion. You don't have to, obviously you've got your own opinions. It's all good. But
the remake was crap though.
Remake was fucking awesome. I love the remake.
Not seen the remake.
Huh?
Not seen the remake.
It's fucking better than Seed though. Fuck you, Jason.
It's the first ever film you'll see a transgender dummy.
That doesn't make that doesn't make it good. Kudos to the filmmakers, but that doesn't make it a good film. You can't say to me it's a good film because it has a trans character. Cool, that's cool that they included that. And
I'm trying to do their British accent for it.
I mean, it's cool that they brought that awareness into films that early, before it was really like, in the social populace. But you can't use that to defend it as a good film because I just no. You can have social political awareness in films, but that doesn't make them good. Just saying it. Anyway, moving on. I've said my piece. Last chance, Ches. Thanks for joining the stream, my dude. He says, I took 5 WWE Blu-rays to my local CEX today, got £37 on a voucher, so got a metric fuck ton of Blu-rays, including a British horror, which you might like, called Eden Lake, starring Michael Fassbender. Do you know what? I've not seen Eden Lake, but it's all been spoiled, so I kind of know how it ends. But I've heard it's just like most depressingly bleak horror film ever.
Yeah. I watched that the other day back to back with Irreversible. So the two of them they were both 2 first time watches for me as well. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're still alive and you weren't suicidal by the end of that. Because I think I might be.
You're speaking to his
I
spirit.
had to watch Run Fat Boy Run to cheer myself up. That was the next film I hadn't seen, so it was a bit of a jump from Irreversible to Run Fat Boy Run.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do instructions. Jason, Andy, Jason. Oh, I'm a terrible host. What am I doing with my life? Oh, for fuck's sake. Sophie says, crying with laughter here. Stop, ribs are aching already. Look, you walked into the whole fucking sheep thing because you typed it in the chat. Oh god, Matt.
Been a bad boy.
Stop being a bastard. We need to stop. I'm terrified that we might kill Sophie at this point.
That's it. Stop being sheepish.
No.
Yeah, that's right. That's a sheepish.
That's an awful pun, dude.
Sheep say moo.
Pete, Playtender guy says, just had my tea. Hi, Andy.
Hi, Pete.
Pete's a good dude.
Yeah,
Everyone should go and subscribe to Pete's channel because he's got a great channel. I'll be honest with you guys, though, right? All the people that have channels that I know all have great channels. So that's why people might go, that Jason's always saying, subscribe to him, subscribe to her, subscribe to them. Well, it's just because I want all my friends to succeed on YouTube. That's basically it, really. Is that so bad of me? I don't think so. I think Pete knows the answer to this question. What is the most disappointing sequel? That's easy. Star Wars The Last fucking Jedi.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking dog shit. This is what it is. Jason,
Can't
how
argue
about you?
I have actually seen all the Star Wars, but I think I would actually, for a first time, Heart Attack, might agree with you on that one.
Fuck me, we never agree.
I know.
Yeah, me and Jason have very different taste in movies, so we rarely agree on movies most of the times. So yeah, The Last Jedi, we've spoke about this till the fucking cows come home, right? Like
No.
it did nothing for the narrative. It didn't push any storyline forward whatsoever. It ruined Luke Skywalker. It turned Rey into a Mary Sue that just has this fucking montage and becomes the most powerful Jedi ever out of nowhere. Just an arse pull, really. And they kill Snoke. Snoke goes out like a chump, right? It's just they ruined Rey's kind of mysterious background. Oh, you're nothing. Like it was shit. It was actually shit. And I watched this video where Mark Hamill. There's a string of interviews where he's all before the film come out, where he's subtly like hinting, yeah, this film is gonna suck. Like, don't expect. Like, do you know what I mean? He was very against the way they treated Luke Skywalker in that film. And it's such a shame how he Luke Skywalker is such a great character, and for him to go out like that is just so crap. It's so bad. You know, like he goes from this massive heroic character in the original trilogy, you know, to becoming this weird hermit creeper that drinks blue milk from this weird alien's tit. It's fucking weird. Like, what happened, man? Like, the moment he throws a lightsaber over the cliff, that's the moment I lost faith in Star Wars, man. Like, it's just that's not the Skywalker we grew up with, right?
No, it's not.
But if we take that Luke Skywalker into reality, you know, we're kids watching Star Wars, all hopeful for the future. But like Luke Skywalker from Last Jedi is us as we've realized, you know, life is shit and being an adult sucks because it's miserable. Oh yeah, I used to like this when I was young. Fuck off. I've gone all blurry. Camera, sharpen, please. Use my force powers. Sharpen. See, it worked. Oh, I'm easily pleased. Anyway, yeah, I think we're all in agreement. Last Jedi, this most disappointing sequel.
I would say for me, Exorcist 2.
Not serious.
It has the.
Is that the one where they're in the desert?
Yeah.
Yeah, rubbish. Yeah, absolutely rubbish.
It's probably the biggest dip in quality from original to sequel ever.
Wow.
It is absolutely. It's unwatchable.
I watch movies. I know what he was talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I watch movies as well, Jason, but I haven't watched Exorcist 2. I haven't watched Exorcist 2 based on reputation alone.
Yeah.
I know to avoid that movie, so I have.
Yeah, Exorcist 2 is awful. It's such a shame as well because it's got such a great cast. It's just, it's awful. It's bad.
Obviously, we've mentioned a couple of like high profile sequels. There's a bunch of like direct to video sequels that no one wants to talk about, like the fucking 30 Days of Night sequel.
I've not seen that.
Yeah, don't waste your time. 30 Days of Night was a really big surprise for me as a vampire film.
Yeah.
Especially it came out during like the Twilight era, so it was nice to see vampires back to their actual fucking scary kind of origins.
All right, okay.
And it was a pretty great horror
vampire horror bloody freaking fairies either.
No, they were vicious and they were violent and they were brutal, which is what vampires should be, I think. Anyway, we'll move on from this question. Jules said, Sophie says, I am sweet and innocent. Jules is trying to corrupt me. I mean, I'm surprised I haven't corrupted you yet, but I will. You know, it is what it is. Jules says, thanks, Jason, for making it sound naughty. I don't know what she's referring to there, but, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. We have the man who puts magpies into movies or movies into magpies. We don't actually know the true extent of that statement. Either way, it sounds painful. He says, evening all. So, I finally finished the Expendables trilogy today. Not bad. Leave brain at the door action movies. I kind of disagree. I thought Expendables 1 was a really good kind of ensemble movie. Number 2 kind of like dipped a little bit in quality. I think it had some good jokes. Like, I love the Chuck Norris joke in that. I thought it was probably one of the better jokes in the film.
Yeah.
But the third one is just fucking pointless. Like, don't watch it. It's awful.
Yeah,
I don't like it. Didn't like the third one.
I have to agree again. Why? Third one was horrible.
It was bad because they tried to do that like passing of the torch, but all the youngsters, sure you had like Ronda Rousey and people. I'm just like, who are these chumps? Like, I don't know really why they would be like the next generation of action stars. Do you know what I mean? I didn't feel like they earned their kind of like medals essentially. If you know what I mean.
I didn't even think Mel Gibson put in a good show either.
Yeah, but he's a cunt, so who cares?
Well, then again, the only decent thing he made was Mad Max.
Yeah, but also he directed Apocalypto, which is one of my favorite movies. Apocalypto is fucking unbelievable. So
I do enjoy Braveheart as well.
Braveheart's good.
Yeah.
I like Lethal Weapon. The Lethal Weapon series is fun.
Yeah.
Magpie Music says, I'm really looking forward to starting my Resi 4K set soon. Yeah, Paul got the Resident Evil movies in the 4K set.
Yeah.
Which I want to get, but I would like to get the Steelbook set, which is about 120 quid. So maybe I won't get that. Because it just looks nice, actually. It's nicely presented. Jules says, Soph, Mr. Brett is at fault. Am I? What? What have I done? Tell me! Soph says, no, the remake of no, she disagrees with me. No, the remake of Child's Play was not good. The doll looks like me.
Okay.
Wait.
I mean,
that was just for the not good.
I mean, you look way better than the doll, so don't say that. But I think the design of the Chucky doll for the remake was the worst part of that film, personally.
And they changed his name.
What's up? Yeah, because I liked it because it's
not a good guy doll, is it? It's
yeah, but that's good. I liked that. I don't want a carbon copy of the same film. Like Psycho 98 did that, and it's a piece of shit. Like, I don't want it. If I'm gonna watch a shot-for-shot remake, I'd rather just watch the original. So I liked where they took it in a more modern direction, and it was kind of almost like a satire of like, don't rely on everything being connected to the internet because bad shit could happen. Like, I liked that angle, and that's what made me enjoy the film. But the Chucky design wasn't good. There you go. That's my take on that. But you're allowed not to like it, of course. I'm just saying my opinion. But you know. Anyway, people talking to each other. Pete says or asks, "What is your favorite James Bond film?" See, I've not actually watched them all through, so I'm gonna go
anything with Roger Moore. He was my favorite Bond.
See, I've not really seen much, so I'm going to be boring and say GoldenEye because that's the only one I really remember, if I'm honest. I've always felt like I always look at Roger Moore during his Bond days. I always felt he was a bit too old for the role. Do you think? Because no, it's always like
the end,
yeah, because you'll see him. I swear he's like his 50s and he's in bed with like a 20-year-old. You're like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Bond always gets the girl.
Yeah, but it just didn't sit well. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It was weird. For like a visual aesthetic, it just didn't it didn't look right. It looked a bit creepy.
License to Kill for me. I love that film.
Not seen that.
Yeah.
See, I've not seen many of them. I've got the box set, but I've not got around to watching through them yet.
Up until that film, all of them were PG, and then that was like the first 15. And it's got some really good violence in it. What it is.
Okay, so it lives up to its name, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Jules says, "Can't wait to see him new Candyman. Be tough to beat the original." I don't think it can beat the original. The original's perfect, in my opinion. Absolutely 10 out of 10. Candyman 1. Absolutely brilliant. One of my, I think Jordan from Movie Worm, he posted one of our chat groups. He posted a picture that he found on social media of a mirror in a cinema toilets that has Candyman 5 times. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Because knowing me, because I know it's a film, but deep your subconscious, I'm just like, but what if it actually is? What if it actually works and I'm dying? Like, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to wash my hands and just not look at the mirror because you'll say it subconsciously because you'll read it. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
We'll try the Bloody Mary one first, though.
What's the Bloody Mary one?
It's the same kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But you say like Bloody Mary 3 times, I think it is, and she appears in the mirror.
I don't really believe all that shit, but yeah, I still wouldn't do it just in case I'm wrong. Yeah, you know. Platino guy says that new advertisement for Candyman with the mirror, that movie. Yeah, it read my mind. It's really, really good marketing. I agree. Jules says you got to see Eden Lake, Jason. Wicked film. The thing is, I know the ending and everything, so I don't know whether it'll. Will it? In your opinion, Andy, as you've seen it, should I still watch it even though I know how it plays out?
Yeah, I would say so. Still give it a watch. It's not a film I ever want to watch again.
Yeah, I don't want to be depressed though. That's my problem.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a one-time watch. Yeah.
Coolio. Have you seen that, Jason? Eden Lake?
The name rings a bell, but I don't think I've seen it.
I think it's about like a couple that go to like a getaway, but there's a bunch of chavs terrorize them and kill people and whatever. I don't know exactly what it's about.
That's it. Yeah.
Along those lines, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get kicking movie. Says I was supposed to join that video call with you and Sophie yesterday, and she forgot to add us in. Such is life, my dude. Such is life. But I've joined the group with all of you now, Ryan, so we can all have a video call whenever I'm free, I suppose. I don't know. Built towards each other. This is an interesting question because I don't think I've got an answer for this. Sophie asks, a favorite horror film actor.
Ooh.
See, as soon as I said that, my mind went straight to Robert Englund.
So did mine.
Because Freddy Krueger.
Oh. Thinking outside the box, I would.
Tony Todd, as we were speaking about Candyman earlier, Tony Todd.
He's a very underrated actor, Tony Todd.
Yeah,
very underrated.
Very good. He makes that character, doesn't he? Candyman.
The guy who played Wishmaster.
Oh, what's his fucking name? He's great.
I've got to look that up now.
Oh, Wishmaster's really good. Like if there's any horror film that I would recommend that's underrated, Wishmaster is majorly 90s. It's 90s cheese, but it's fantastic 90s cheese, man. I highly recommend Wishmaster.
Andrew Divoff.
Yeah, there's it's not really a spoiler that much, but it's just one of the funniest scenes where Wishmaster's got loads of cameos from like horror icons. So there's a bit where the Wishmaster goes up these stairs. He wants to get in this building, but you've got fucking what's his name? Jason Voorhees guy.
Kane
Hodder. He's by the door. He's like, you must let me in. He's like, to get in, you gotta go through me. Do you wish it? He's like, what? He goes, do you wish me to run through you? He's like, yeah, I wish it. I wish you can get past me. And he turns the guy into the door, and it's one of the worst CGI effects I've ever seen in a movie. but it literally turns Kane Hodder into a door, and it's brilliant. So I hope by that description alone, you want to see the film. It's great.
Definitely worth watching. Definitely worth it.
Sequels, not so much.
I'd probably say I'm going to go more classic, and I'm going to say Boris Karloff.
Okay, that's a good show.
Just for the Frankenstein and the Mummy movie, he's in a really, really good film called Target, which I absolutely love. Hardly anyone's seen it. It's pretty much Boris Karloff pretty much plays Boris Karloff in the film, like a sort of famous horror actor, and he's sort of going to retire from doing these types of movies. And the movie also follows this other character who suffers from PTSD, and he pretty much kills his family and goes on this rampage. And he's like, right, I'm going to get caught by the police, so I might as well just kill as many people as I possibly can. And it all comes to a head at this drive-in theatre where Boris Karloff's showing his last film that he's ever going to make. And it's just such a great underrated film. Fully recommend checking it out.
I'll put it on my never-ending list.
Yeah. It is. It's such a great film, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of any more outside of like Freddy Krueger and obviously like Kane Hodder and those kind of people.
Yeah.
Tony Todd, as we said. I probably would throw like Tobin Bell in there because I think he's great as John Kramer from the Saw franchise.
Yeah.
Like there's that bit in Saw 2 where he talks about like, once the time is up and they've inhaled the gas. And he's like, he goes, he'll start bleeding from every orifice he has. Oh yes, there will be blood. It gives me goosebumps every time. But the way he delivers that line is just chilling, and I love it.
Yeah.
I think, like the way they took Saw 2, I think in having Tobin Bell as the Jigsaw killer, like front and center in that kind of almost like interrogation scene, house. I don't think the film would be as good if it didn't have the interrogation scene with John Kramer, because I think Tobin Bell makes that movie for me. His performance makes it. And I just think he's quite underrated actor, to be fair, because people really only know him from Saw, but he's so good in general. So yeah, anyway, we move on to that question. Ryan says, ended up going live on Facebook instead. Cool, man. Blayton, the guy says, went to Norwich today, and Sainsbury's has got rid of all their media. But the HMV was great, and I picked up Goodfellas and The Mule. I've not seen The Mule, but Goodfellas is an absolute classic.
Goodfellas is brilliant film.
Yeah,
I didn't like it when it went on to after the prison scene where it gets all druggy and everything. I thought it went boring from that bit on, but from the first half of it, brilliant.
Yeah, it's really good. I've not seen The Mule. I went to an interview today for a job down one of my local towns, and I went into the. They had a really big community hospice charity there, and I picked up some cool shit, 10p each.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm really chuffed that I got the Iron Mask. I never knew it got a UK release. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
What an odd pairing. What an odd pairing for a film. So, but I mean, for 10p, I'm pretty chuffed.
Yeah. That's a steal, that 10p.
And I got some really obscure kind of like, direct to DVD horror film, because why not? Because they look ridiculous. And they're not sealed now, but they were sealed when I got them. 10p. Oh, I love charity shows.
Pretty good
fun. Jason came to my house earlier, and he basically went through I went through the DVDs I didn't want in my collection. He just took them because I usually let him have some of my stuff I don't really want. And he's got what is your catchphrase for that situation, Jason?
Bag it, I'll take it.
Yeah, see. So all I've got to do is message him, go, bag it and take it is available now. And he'll put like shocked face, and he'd be like, I'll be down in 15 minutes. I'm like, cool.
Even though I'm only 2 minutes away.
Last Chance Chess says, I know Fat Samurai Guy has seen it, but have you guys seen the Not Safe for Work Red Band trailer for Chinese zombie movie The Sadness? Talk about extreme violence. Saw doesn't even come close to it. I'm immediately intrigued now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like if something super violent it attracts me, but I'm always like, so how bad does it get? Like I'm always intrigued of like how this film's like the most violent film ever. Is it really? Let's have a look. Like I'm always kind of intrigued a little bit by that, morbidly curious. So now I'm gonna have to look that up. You've enticed me. You've enticed me, sir. Pete says, have you seen Train to Busan? Incredible zombie film with a lot of heart, but its sequel is pretty rubbish. I've not seen it. Crazy, I know, but I've not seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Korean.
It was
right?
one of those. Yeah, it was one of those films that I heard everyone going on about, saying how great it is. So I picked it up off Amazon. It was fairly cheap. It was about £6 on Blu-ray. Put it on. And I was just blown away by it. All the hype is well deserved for that film. It's brilliant.
I had the same experience with Parasite.
Yeah. So,
You know,
same.
I heard all the hype and I bought it off the hype, and that film exceeds the hype for me. It's one of the best films ever made, in my opinion.
Oh, it's superb, Parasite.
Yeah, if you've not seen Parasite, Jason, I highly recommend Parasite.
Seen the anime.
This is nothing to do with the anime. This is its own film. The anime is great as well. I won't knock the anime show. It's one of my favorite modern anime shows. Where are we? People talking to each other. Undead Six says, have to pop off, guys. I'm gonna dig into the Arrow video Vengeance Trails box set. Have fun with the rest of the stream. Thanks for joining the stream, Undead.
Yeah,
really appreciate it. So top guy is Undead. Everyone should go and subscribe to his channel. I'm not saying that ironically. You really should. When he reviews a film, he doesn't just do a 10-minute review. His reviews are like 50 minutes long, and he really digs deep into the film and what it means to him, and all that.
Okay. Yeah.
He does really good videos on reviews. Yeah, I forgot. Sophie doesn't like the noises zombies make, because she's replying to Pete. Pete mentioned Train to Busan, and Sophie says the noise they make actually makes me want to throw up. Interesting. It's not really a fear that I've really kind of heard, really, to be honest.
They freak me out, zombies though, as well. I saw Dawn of the Dead when I was 7 for the first time, so that was like.
Well, that is not advised.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't advise that at all. I saw Dawn of the Dead when I was 7. I saw Clockwork Orange when I was 9, and I saw The Exorcist when I was 12. Yeah, it was pretty heavy, full on. But yeah, Dawn of the Dead was just one of those ones, particularly when you're being raised on Disney.
Disney's scary, man. Come on.
Yeah.
It's the worst horrors you can ever get, Disney.
I tell you what, right? I remember this. I was little. I can't remember little, but I remember being around a friend's house, and they had taped Dumbo on VH off the TV on VHS. So
if you're saying what I think you're going to say, then yes.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Is it going to be those fucking pink elephants?
No. This is a different story, but.
Those pink elephants on Dumbo, scary as.
It's not that. It gets worse. But I don't think I've told you the story. So maybe I was like young, like maybe like 8 or something, and we watched Dumbo, me and a friend. Dumbo finishes, it crackles, and it cuts into the opening of Aliens.
Okay.
And we're like sitting there going, "Oh, what's this?"
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, good Dumbos into Aliens. Like, could you imagine? I think
Dumbo's changed, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think we got that far into it, because I think my mate's mum came in and turned it off when she saw what we were watching. I don't know why I remember that. Obviously, I didn't know it was Aliens until I grew up a little bit more. Yeah. But I just think that's funny. It's fucking hell.
Yeah. That
like, check what you're fucking recording over so it doesn't bleed into the film you shouldn't be letting your kids watch. Like, fuck me. Brian says, I shit on Child's Play 19. I bet Child's Play 19 shits on you as well, mate. I honestly, I can't defend that film enough. I really, really enjoyed it. And I was very skeptical when it was announced. I was like, "What? Why? Why do we need a Child's Play remake? Why?" It really generally surprised me. I generally had a good time with it. But everyone's opinion is going to be different, right?
Yeah.
But I can't help but have this. I can't help but have the feeling that when a remake is announced, people automatically hate it and don't give it a chance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of really good remakes. I think the Texas Chainsaw remake is great. Evil Dead's remake is one of my favorite horror films ever, not just like a remake. What else? My brain's dying. Obviously, you got the Holy Trinity, which is the Thing, the Fly, the Blob. Unbelievable.
I was just about to say, Blob's one of the best remakes. It's awesome.
It's filth as well, right? It's fucking bleak.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, where you got the kid, you think he's going to be the fucking protagonist. He just gets fucking taken at the beginning of the film. And you see his like fucking skin go, oh, it's fucking nasty. And you got Shawnee Smith like losing her mind when she turns around the corner and sees him get fucking like. Have you seen the Blob 80s remake, Jason?
Blob. I don't think I've seen the Blob.
Oh, it's like the effects they use to do that is fucking unbelievable. It's a mixture of like miniatures, animatronics, and actual real slime that they made for the film. If you go to the behind the scenes, it's so well made. Like it's really good. But yeah, I'll defend Child's Play remake till I die, I think. But that's it, you know. People can not like it. People can like it. What can I say?
Yeah.
Sophie agrees with Ryan, but you know, whatever. I like it. Don't care. Ryan says, I also shit on 50 Shades, Green Lantern, and Suicide Squad, but that I can approve of because Green Lantern. All I've gone by that it's a trailer. It looks shit by the trailer. Suicide Squad was the most. Thing is, I wouldn't say Suicide Squad is bad. It's just the most dull, boring, mediocre. Nothing really is great about it. Movie. The new one's way much better. I love the new one.
Yeah.
And 50 Shades is just why. Anyway, people talking to each other. Pete asks, who is your favorite Simpsons character?
God.
That's a hard question.
Yeah, I've got an answer.
I got a couple of answers. Who wants to go first?
Go on, I'm going to say Mr. Burns because he's just such a tight bastard. I just love him.
My two picks are probably like I'm not going to say Homer because that's the obvious answer, right? Everyone's going to say Homer most likely. I really like Mo because when Bart prank calls him, he's like, I'm gonna get 2 hungry dogs. I'm gonna shove them. Like, I think something down your throat. So you got dogs for a butt or something like that he says. I can't remember, but his insults are like the best insults when he gets angry on the phone.
Yeah,
and I just love Ralph. Ralph is great.
Yeah.
There's a bit in the fucking Simpsons movie where you see Bart going past naked. He just goes past the window where Ralph is at. Ralph is just like, I like men now. So good. Oh, it's so funny. And obviously, there's that scene where I forget what the scene is, but he's just got Ralph going, stop it, he's already dead. Is that from Simpsons? I think it is.
It's with I don't think it's Ralph, but
it's Rod and Todd. I think one of those two.
I think it's with the Krusty Burglar when Homer's like, "Oh my god, he's stealing all the burgers." He goes over and just starts beating him up, and he's like, "He's already dead."
I love Ralph though. Ralph is funny.
Oh, Ralph's great. Yeah.
What about you, Jason?
There's so many.
See now my brain's thinking up all the classic characters like comic book guys. Great.
I think I would go for Groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah,
I just think he's just hilarious. As soon as you start getting him annoyed, he's rages. It's just hilarious when he goes up in a rage.
That one where he's Freddy Krueger as well.
Everyone's watching and going, worst stream ever.
So the best part of Groundskeeper Willie is when he's trying to get up when Santa's little helper gets into the air vents and he bursts into the kitchen and is like, lunch lady Doris, Do you have any grease? Yes. Grease me up, woman! He rips off his shirt. It's like, okie dokie.
Moving on from that. Last Chance Shez says, asks, have you played the game Dead by Daylight? Pinhead is joining the roster of killers you can play as in the game. I've actually never played it. It doesn't interest me, to be honest. Even though I'm like a horror fan, it just I've seen people play it, and the way the mechanics work just doesn't look fun to me personally. I would rather play the Friday the 13th video game, which I do enjoy, which is quite fun. Similar kind of game. It's like an asymmetrical multiplayer. Have you played Dead by Daylight, Andy?
I'm not a huge gamer, no.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough, then, laddie. I guess you have played it, Jason, because you were saying it's boring.
It's just too repetitive. It's just doing the same thing over and over and over and over again.
I don't mean to, like, you know, give your heart up. That's video games.
But it's like a game of that can go on for like 5 minutes. You can play like 2 games and you're just bored of it. It's just nothing coming out. But with Friday the 13th, you've got more things to do in a wider area, which makes it more fun. You're just confined into a smaller area in Dead by Daylight.
So in Dead by Daylight, within 2 games, you've seen what all the game is basically.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you're just doing the same thing, even though you've got different maps. You're still in a confined area, and you're doing the exact same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. But it's never interested me anyway. So. Oh, this is a good question. Favorite Tilda Swinton film? I'm gonna go in a controversial direction, and no one's gonna like me for this. Suspiria 2018. I fucking love that movie. She's great in it as well.
I thought you were going to say The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe.
No. Why would I say that? Suspiria 2018. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, her. I had to look her up. Okay. I've seen a few of her films.
I've got 2. Yeah, but yeah. I'd probably say Snowpiercer, and we need to talk about Kevin.
I've seen neither.
Okay.
Let's see. I've seen Narnia. I've seen Constantine. I think they're the main ones I've seen with her in it.
She's in Grand Budapest Hotel, if anyone's seen that as well.
Not seen that. We might have Robert Fett's Bounty joining us in a little while.
Oh, great.
Yeah, he asked to join. So I've sent him a link. Well, we had a peak of 16 people watching. It's gone down to 9. So
right,
I think people realised that Brim wasn't a part of the stream and thought, well, I'm not watching.
They do.
Because let's be honest, nobody comes to the stream to see me. They always come to see my guests, the guests that I have on. And of course, Steve. Come to see Steve. And here he is. We have the Bounty.
And Hulk.
The Bounty is here.
Yo.
Hello, boys. How you doing, bro?
I've just finished work, so I'm doing all right. How's everyone doing? I'm trying to sort this fucking random coat hanger in the background there. Hold on.
Love the coat hanger. It's totally in.
Shiny forehead. Fucking hell. Yeah, I'm doing all right. How's everyone doing? First time me speaking to the 2 of you.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Well, I've just smashed Jason's picture by accident. It fell off. It got destroyed, I'm afraid.
The picture's all right, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. You just...
The picture survived the fall. Not sure if my feet will on the fucking glass later.
Well, you can just reframe it. It's fine.
How are we doing, everyone?
Yeah.
Good yourself.
Good.
Obviously, I was meant to have Horror Hands on today, but technical difficulties made it not happen, which sucks. But it's cool to have all you guys on to keep me company, so I appreciate it.
I thought I'd pop. I'm not getting naked. Just fucking.
Strict party, let's go.
A new arrival for me, like a Mr. Johnny Cage.
Oh,
Of
nice.
course,
That's cool. That jacket looks cool. It's like metallic kind of colouring.
yeah, it's kind of plasticky, but that's like a £200 figure. But I didn't obviously pay that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going right. Going on a bit of a hunt Tuesday in Dudley.
Dudley. Meeting
Yeah,
with the quiz man himself, right?
Yeah, I felt a bit guilty because obviously didn't spend much time with people, and obviously people like Scott Tobin, a local that couldn't make it. So I'm going to see if I can meet a few of them on the journey.
That's cool.
That's the plan.
It looked like a bunch of fun though in Birmingham.
It was, yeah. There's not much really to do there. So I'm always underwhelmed when I go in the vault. Anyway, it's just a big HMV, a lot of space. It's supposed to hold 90% of all titles, but it's just you can get them in your local.
Right. So it isn't like
we
always
just went,
packed up to be.
No, we went to meet. A lot of us didn't really film. I wasn't going to film because you're just meeting everyone. You don't feel like filming. It's strange, but we got some good footage. All had a good time.
Yeah, that's cool. It looks like a good laugh as well, where like Big Paulie was giving out like 50 shades to everyone. You go, close your eyes. It's like
I think mine's up here.
It's cool though because that's like it's signed by him as well. So it's like it's like you're gonna keep that forever. It's like a memory, like a little keepsake kind of thing.
Well, I've signed ET for James. I was going to do what I might start signing all my 14 now copies of Midsummer.
Oh God.
Am I the only one that don't like it? Has everyone seen Midsummer? Summer, whatever it's fucking called. Can't even spell it right.
I don't mind it. I know. I understand the hate that it gets off people, but I don't mind.
Would you like a signed Robert Fitzpatrick one? Unique.
I would like a double dip. So I would, yes, sir.
A double dick? What?
Double dick. I bet he would.
Is that the sequel? Well, you should have the critters. You should have the two critters this soon. I only got into fucking.
Yeah, I didn't get the parcel today, so I'm hoping I get it tomorrow.
I did go a bit crazy on Arrow recently. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
about 20 titles.
Did you get through them though? Have you? Because when you was ill, you was watching through them, weren't you?
I've tried. Some of them I remember as a kid that are not so great now, like Life Force. I think Tober Hooper did Life Force.
Yeah,
the producers of Aliens, and it's the most. I think it's the most expensive shit film ever made. It looks really good, but it's just nothing happens. Demons. I remember Demons being good. It might be for me because
I love that.
But I'm the guy that I prefer Day of the Dead over Dawn of the Dead.
So do I.
Always have done.
Day's way better. I think
that Day is like you've got all these zombies out there, and it's like a human story. It's the humans that are the main enemy, not the zombies. And I really like that take of it because how many times you need to see a zombie film, and they're all the same there.
Yeah.
So it made it different, and it went a bit off the rails.
Like it's like we can talk about Army of the Dead and how shit that film was.
I don't understand. If it was 2 parts, it's just a generic zombie film.
It's too long.
It could have been called Resident Evil. I like the Resident Evils. They could have slapped Resident Evil on the title and have Chris in it, and that could be Resident Evil.
Yeah,
and that would have been another one.
And Dave Bautista can't act as well. He can't act.
I guess he can in certain roles. Maybe Drax is just Drax works for me.
Yeah,
and I think he's in Dune. Is he in Dune? Is he one of the bad guys?
Is he? I don't know. I'm not sure who's in the new Doom film. To be fair,
there's a new Doom film.
Yeah, it's coming out
this year. HBO Max. So we'll all have it at the same day. Thanks to the bounty. I'm trying to think what else I've got that I can show off that I've had recently.
Rob Buster video, isn't it? Rob Buster video. Is that what it is?
Jamie sent me Mac and Me.
Oh, what film?
Anyone seen that?
Is that
what's an awful film, but it's a film.
It's product placement for McDonald's. There's a scene halfway through where he goes into McDonald's dressed up as his bear, and there's a full dance routine with like POS everywhere. Ronald McDonald, I think, joins in the dance. It's so shit. It's amazing.
What?
And I know what I'm like. Did you not watch my subscriber mail on this? Because there's a clip every time Paul Rudd. I got it wrong. It wasn't Jonathan Ross. It was Jimmy Fallon, I think. Every time he went on his show to promote a new film, a new trailer, he would always show a clip of Mac and Me when this kid goes off the edge of a cliff in a wheelchair. He survives, but he used that clip on every time we're on the show. It's so bad. It's TerrorVision level of bad. And you know what I think of TerrorVision.
Yeah, I've got the Blu-ray of TerrorVision. I've not watched it yet.
I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah,
but it's like The Stuff. I like The Stuff, and that's a real cheesy film that people hate.
I've not seen it either. I've not seen that either.
Yeah. The Stuff's pretty
I've heard
good.
good things. I recently watched a film called Nightmare City, an 80s kind of zombie film, but the zombies are like really fast and they can like utilize knives and axes and stuff, and they actually fuck up people. And they still eat you, but they just like they stab you and kill you first. But it has one of the worst fucking endings I've ever seen in a horror film. Shall I spoil Nightmare City on stream? Just to give, because I need to like give you complete spoiler context and why it's the worst.
I don't mind. Yeah.
Ending
I don't think anyone's actually searching for that film and watching it recently. So
well, bear in mind, I still enjoyed it regardless, but the ending is fucking dog shit. So the ending, they're at this fairground, they're trying to escape the zombies, helicopter's coming over, they get on the ladder, they're like, yeah, we're gonna be saved. But there's like a man and a girl. The girl falls to her death. He's like, no. As he's saying no, an alarm clock goes 7 a.m. He wakes up.
Yeah, that's bad.
And I'm like,
I thought he was going to say no
like,
while he's hold on to the rope and just lets go by accident. Just falls. No.
But no, he wakes up and it's all a dream. And the film plays the first 5 minutes of the film again, up until where the zombies get off this plane in the beginning. But the plane door opens and it freeze frames. It goes, the nightmare begins now. I'm just like, fuck you, movie.
Right. Turn off the last 5 minutes. Have you seen the live action version of Wicked City? The manga?
No, I love the animated version. The animated film's fantastic.
It's fucked up. So
is it good?
I'll get it for you. I'll hunt for that. It's good.
It's a Hong Kong film, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from the 90s.
Have you seen the? This is only a big Dragon Ball fan. Did you see the first Dragon Ball film? Let the Magic Begin. No, not the American one.
No, yeah, I know, but I've heard this like it's apparently it's bad, but it's like it's more faithful than the actual American film.
It's the dub. The dub is so bad because obviously because it's called Monkey Boy in this one, and they're called Dragon Pearls. But when he meets Bulma, he goes to touch her. And he goes, you can't do that because that's rape. And they go, yay! The dub it's so bad.
Right. I need to watch this film and review it on my channel.
So do I.
Roshi is spot on with the nosebleeds to the dancing.
Oh, really? Is it like old pervert?
Yeah. You've got Yamcha in it. You got the pig in it. But they had some issues with the names. It's called Dragon Ball Let the Magic Begin. You can get it on DVD, but it's so shit. It sounds you've got to watch it.
It sounds amazing.
It's better than the remake with fucking
Evolution, right? That one.
They couldn't even say. Did they say pig? What did they say wrong? Namek. They didn't say Namek right in that film. I told them that is shit. And I've got Vegeta and Trunks on me back. Do you know what I mean? Tattooed on me back, so it hurt me that film.
They need to like just keep Dragon Ball as an anime and just not go live action. Just some properties just don't work as live action.
They tried with Bleach. Bleach.
Oh, that Bleach.
Netflix Bleach and
bad. Didn't like it.
American Death Note. Fucking hell.
Oh, bad as well.
Oh, yes, bad, terrible.
A lot of the American saying that like Bleach and Death Note were actually Japanese productions, but You know what I mean? Like I've heard the Attack on Titan ones are good, but I'm just like, I bet they're not. I bet they're awful.
They're right. They're
The
not
Attack
bad.
on Titan, the
They're
Attack on
okay.
Titan live action ones are really good.
Oh, they're actually good. Okay.
They are really good.
Anyway, let's move on from that. Last Shot Shares says, all I say about the not safe for work red band trailer for The Sadness is if you aren't squeamish at heavy amounts of blood, you'll love the small segment on the train. I mean, like, I think this context is important, like with gore. So certain things I don't want to see, you know, like if it goes a bit too far into the rapey, you know, and stuff like that. But if it's just like blood going everywhere, that's fine with me.
But it's level of blood. Have you seen Zombie? I think it's Argento with the eye scene.
The Lucio Fulci, yeah.
Is it with the eye scene where I think the zombie's pushing her towards this bit of glass, and you see it go in slow motion, didn't you? And that's one of the most fucked up, almost as fucked up as Audition and Irreversible. You know, it's just the slowness. And it's like you kind of feel the pierce before you see it.
It's funny as well because you're like, they're not going to go all the way. They're not going to go all the way, but it's like, oh, they went all the way.
and I see that. I know you talked about it earlier. I see that when I was a kid.
Oh dear.
Wow.
Bad decisions all around, guys. What can I say?
Yeah. Not affecting me at all.
I tell you what, though, I watched Ninja Scroll when I was like 8.
Wow.
And you've got Tessai, which is Tessai, which is like this demon that can like make his skin go rock hard. He's just like tearing guys' arms off and all this crazy shit. Yeah.
You didn't watch You're a Tokadoji then, did you? The demon dick thing.
You're a Sukadoji.
Oh mate, I'm a massive fan. I'm a massive fan.
Was it number 4? Was it 4 when he cut his own cock off and screwed in a demon dick?
Number
That's
2.
the first one. I'm
Fucking
number 1. Number 1.
Number 1?
Yeah, because he wants to get the girl, and the demon's like, replace this with your own. It won't hurt for long, or something like that. He says, and he's just like, okay. He gets a meat cleaver. He's like, it's fucking hilarious.
It's fucked up. I remember.
It's the most unintentionally, funnily bleak and dark anime movie I've ever seen.
I remember.
But I love it.
I bought it
when we first saw it.
Sorry, you're both talking at the same time. Sorry, say again. Sorry, one of you.
Cool. None of us.
None of us.
I'll say then. So I think I was about 17 or something, and I was dating this girl, and I bought it for her younger brother because he was into anime, not having a clue what it was about, other than it having an 18 on. I bought it in the box set, and yeah, it didn't go down well.
Well, I've got all 4 movies uncut on DVD because I'm a fucking weirdo. But people go, no, you only like it because it's like the sexy porn stuff, isn't it? I was like, well, actually, no. I think what I like about Yurosaka Doji is that it's got a great story, and sometimes to tell a good story, you've got to go into adult themes. And what I like about Yurosaka Doji, it doesn't compromise with its storytelling. If it's got to be just the most grotesquely violent thing, it's going to do that. If it needs to be very sexual, it's going to do that. That's what I really respect that movie, like big time, for what it does and what it chooses not to compromise on is really respect. I find a lot of respect in it. But anyway, we won't talk about that because people think I'm a weirdo already. Jason likes sex. No. Oh mate, fuck me! Like Paul Tams knows it. He knows the hype. CM Punk is coming to AEW. Oh mate, fucking I can't. That's going to be the biggest pop in wrestling. Cannot wait. It's going to be like an absolute deafening pop.
Can you still hear me? Because my headphones fucked.
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Yeah, you're a bit quiet, but I don't know whether that's because you've taken your headphones out.
Right, they've just died.
Oh dear.
Yeah, CM Punk and what's his name? Daniel Bryan. It's supposed to be this week, isn't they?
What's that, sorry?
Daniel Bryan going to AEW as well, yeah.
Daniel Bryan is supposed to be going to AEW.
Yeah.
But Daniel Bryan's meant to be going under his actual real name now, isn't he?
Yeah, Bryan
Danielson.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same.
Exactly.
But yeah, apparently because you've got AEW Rampage tonight, and yeah, there's big Well, it's pretty much it's all been butt confirmed pretty much that CM Punk is going to come out tonight on Rampage. Like
But he was shit anyway. He wasn't a good wrestler, was he? Really?
The thing is, like, I don't watch AEW, just put it out there, but I'm gonna watch that bit just to hear the pop, because for me, wrestling's all about the crowd, you know, going crazy. I just find it very kind of like I get all hyped with the crowd getting hyped. I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean. When we had the pandemic and the wrestling was in front of no fans, it was the most lifeless thing ever. So now fans are back. It's just like, it's so much hype. Anyway, I'll move on from that. Paul Tam says, "Nah, man, I was all in for Child's Play 2019, but it just didn't work for me. I miss Brad Dourif voicing Chucky as he brings so much to that character." That's fair enough, man. But I really enjoyed that film. I know
He's supposed to return to play him in that film.
No, he's Brad Dourif is coming back for the TV show.
Ah, okay.
He never went away. It's just he had the director, Don Mancini, is it? He had a contract with him. So Chucky, the 2019, he didn't get authorized by him to make it. So that's why I was really pissed off with it. I think it's watchable. I like the bits with the extra toys at the end. And I think the new series feels it's got like an Evil Dead, Ash vs. Evil Dead feel to it. So I think it'll be good. The last two films ain't been the best. I bought them, but hopefully the series will bring some life back into it. Honestly, I've
got all the films on Blu-ray. The way I'd see it, like if we're going to talk about a Child's Play frame, I think number 1's a classic. Number 2 is the best in the franchise for me. Number 3 is the underrated film in the franchise. Bride is okay. Seed is dog shit. Curse is a good return to form. Cult is dog shit. And I quite like the remake. That's my kind of breakdown of the franchise, in my opinion. Anyway, moving on. No one cares about my opinions. Let's move on. Apparently, we had the bounty himself saying, "Jason, you know what this stream needs."
I'm already here.
You stags. I've noticed that Andy's the only one that's not owning up his own ass today. Ryan says, "Hi Rob, is the last Action Hero Blu-ray still up for grabs?"
It's yours, isn't it? Yes. I've got it on 4K now. The boys bought it for me when I was COVIDed up. So I will go through my tubs of films, but just send me your address and I'll send it.
Coolio.
Sign it as well.
I'll sign it. I'll sign the disc on the back. So it won't load. Again, Last Action Hero, when I see in the cinema, I've got the full toy line somewhere here in my house.
Brilliant film.
Wow. So good. Very underrated.
It needs a sequel. They could sequel it easily with anyone. Instead of sequeling bloody Kindergarten Cop, which was shit.
Yeah. Yes.
That's got a sequel?
Dolph Lundgren. Yeah.
No, what? Wait, what?
Straight to DVD.
Wait. My mind's blown a little bit. I didn't even know about this. What?
I have it. I'll send you it. Because I got rid of I didn't get rid of all my DVDs, but I put them in a big binder. And I've got a box under my bed with all the sleeves, so I'll get that to you. It's shit.
No.
Same as Time Cop 2.
No, there is no sequel. No. It's not.
Time Cop 2?
It's not at all.
Time Cop 2. There's a Time Cop 2.
Look, man, fuck me up. Robert Fett's batted blind minds today.
Oh, come on. I like Time Cop. I didn't know there was a Time Cop 2.
Yeah. No one in it of importance.
Oh.
Do you know what's depressing?
There's probably loads of films sequels that you never knew. There's I've got probably 7 Starship Troopers films somewhere.
Do you know what's really depressing? This stream started with 16 people watching. 18 people watching, and now it's down to 6 people because everyone realised Horror Hands is not here. I'm watching now.
Have you seen Spiral? Jules? It is shit.
I enjoyed it. I think it's one of the best Saw films. I think it's in the top 3 for me. I think it's the best Saw film since Saw 2, personally.
I've not seen it.
But didn't you also say Cruella is the best film of the year?
Yeah, because it is.
Right, okay. I'll just put it out there. More
Also-
fucking Kombat. It's not as good.
Mortal Kombat's a bad film not enjoyed.
Gorilla's good if you're a 14-year-old girl.
I'll take that comment and say fuck you. Anyway, Jules says get Rob off. Why? What was Rob?
Nice,
done?
isn't it? Well, it's a sexual.
Maybe she wants to get you off, Rob. Oh dear! Don't let the wife hear that, Rob. Yeah. Anyway,
She's downstairs watching Buffy, I think. Oh no, what's she watching? I got a film today. Fuck. Green Knight. Is it Green Knight? Saint Night. A weird
oh
new
yeah,
film.
The Green Knight. I've wanted to
Green
watch
Knight.
that. Is it kind of a fantasy thing in it, like a fantasy movie?
Yeah, it's made by the people that made Midsommar, isn't it?
Is it?
It's the
Least
same
here.
studio. So I'll watch that shit.
A24. It's made by
A24.
A24. Yeah, I want to see that now because I think I saw the trailer. It looked amazing. I thought. Anyway, Paul Tam says love Rob's MK collection.
There's so. Hold on. This is what I'm that guy now that gets up.
Showing stuff off.
Show you my newest arrival without wrecking my shelf. My newest is Mortaro. It's fucking massive.
Nice. How much was that?
£1 because the wife might be watching.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a good
It
deal
goes
for that,
to-
mate.
I've
That's a
got-
good deal.
It's made by Storm Collectibles. The other stuff's McFarlane.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's
yeah. Is it like an exclusive or something?
no, it's the range got more articulation, but they're like 200, 300 pound figures. I was doing Mortal Kombat as my next video, but people wanted Ninja Turtles instead.
you like
Is that the Lego stuff?
I'm only interested in Raiden, so
I've got a few different Raidens, I think, somewhere. An old one up there.
bag 'em, I'll take them.
This one here.
Just drop them in the bag, it'll be fine.
There's a double pack with Scorpion.
Oh, what?
Hold on. The last time I'll get up.
he refuses to get up after this.
Right.
Nice.
That's cool. Do you
Bag it,
keep
I'll
him in
take
the
it.
Do you keep him in the box, Rob?
Well, these are kind of like pops, so you can get them out and put them back in without. They just clip into the boxes.
Oh,
So there's no
okay.
them
Yeah.
stupid little tires, 5,000 cable tires on the back of them.
But they're in the box. They look like they're doing quite a cool pose anyway, right?
Well, this
So
one's like. Have you seen the new Jurassic Park figures? I know there's a new range. There's two sets out. You've got the car and the T-Rex, and the
Oh.
Jeep with Dennis Nedry and Dilophosaurus with a really nice background. They're only like 20 quid each. In
Don't
Smith's,
sound
they're really good like display collectibles. Can you see my background?
Yeah.
I've got my two Little Shop of Horrors, the Cry and Critters, Mortal Kombat with some of the bits. I want to link it with collectibles when I redo the house. I'll do a spare room. Rather than just having a film on a shelf, I'll have bits around it. So I was going to have Mortal Kombat original with Johnny Cage's sunglasses. But yeah, I've got some plans.
Coolio's. Legendo guy says, awesome Johnny Cage figure, Rob. Looking forward to getting a new animated Mortal Kombat film.
Yeah, it comes out next week. Is it the week after? I've not ordered it yet. I'll just go out and pick it up. I know in America it's out on 4K, so trailer's good. Continuation of the last one. Yeah, it looks right.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it's more focused on Liu Kang this time round.
I think it's the invasion side of it. So it's got everyone in it. Kintaro, blooming Rico. So I hope they flush out the characters more.
Because I felt like, even though like Scorpion's Revenge is my favorite Mortal Kombat film, I think it's still the best film we've gotten from Mortal Kombat. I feel like halfway through that film, Scorpion kind of becomes a background character, even though the film's called Scorpion's Revenge.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. So hopefully if they're gonna focus on a character, they'll stick to that character for the majority of the film if they're meant to be the protagonist character, if that makes sense.
Remember everyone kicking off about Johnny Cage not being in the live action, but he was never a main character. He was always the third character because you had Liu Kang, Sonya, and Johnny Cage. He was never the main deal. He was just a comedy relief, but he's always pushed forward there, isn't he? I think they've cast him now as well for the next one.
I remember when Mortal Kombat came out. I think the Miz from WWE came up and said he wanted to be cast as Johnny Cage, and there was like a photo of him, you know, kind of having the look of Johnny Cage. I don't, as a person, I don't think he'll pull off Johnny Cage's kind of personality correctly, but I think he's got the look right. I think the Miz has got the look for Johnny Cage, but I don't think he'd be able to act Johnny Cage. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Rock and Batista have both gone to Warner Brothers to be in the next one, so obviously the Rock was going to be Shao Kahn, and Batista is maybe. Because the thing is, everyone loves Goro. Whoever hasn't seen it, Goro died in this film, but Goro was only ever in one game, and after number 2, you had Kintaro, who was the cat-like. So you could have Batista as Mortaro or Kintaro, and have the Rockers. I'd like to see the Rockers Shao Kahn, big old, and do these one-liners would be fucking awesome.
You will fail.
Batista can't act. Don't stop casting him in stuff that he can't act in.
The only issue I have with Goro being killed in the 2021 film is because, like, it should have been Liu Kang to defeat him. Like, Cole, who the fuck is Cole? It's just fucking bullshit. Like,
we are Cole, and even Shao Kahn, when he sucks them all in, they're not dead. They'll come back. But he got fucking uppercutted over a cliff by Johnny Cage, didn't he? So fucking. In the first one, so he went out better in this one, didn't he? Surely he had more of a fight, kicking the balls and fucking running off.
I guess so, but like I thought this one was going to be a bit more faithful. It sort of is a bit more faithful, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, you know, they didn't really build up Goro to be this unstoppable force, which they should have done, I think.
But where do you get that from, though? Because it's like an argument I have all the time. It's because he was the second from last boss, weren't he? It was never.
Yeah, but he was the champion of Mortal Kombat, so he should have been seen as a big deal in this new movie. But he wasn't. He was just like, go and kill this
champion that goes down easy twice.
Anyway, I'm gonna agree to, you know, I enjoyed Mortal Kombat. I'm gonna get the 4K eventually, but it's still kind of bad. But anyway. We'll move on. Rob, you know, it doesn't matter what I say. You love it. Continue to love it. It's all good. Sophie asks, Rob, did you get the arcade machine in the house? Oh, no.
It's still in my place of work.
Secret arcade machine the wife doesn't know about. What did you get? You get Arcade 1-Up, the Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. Oh,
I'm trying to maybe speak to my postman if he can knock on my door and put a subscriber mail on it. That's the only way it's coming in. That is the only way it's coming in.
Holy shit! Have you paid for it though?
Yes.
Thing is, they're quite affordable. Like if I had room in my room, I would get one. Because they're only like 300.
And the backlight and the fucking riser to make it taller.
Yeah, I would totally get one.
Looking at the Ninja Turtle one.
Oh, fuck it. I really want that. That's the one I want. The Ninja Turtles. That's the one I want. It's like that game's up on nostalgia to me. We have Carly09 in the chat. Hello, Carl. Welcome to the stream. He says, sorry, late to the show. Hope you are well. It's all good, man. Don't apologize about being late. It's fine. Drop in and out when you want.
Watched all of the Critter films.
Good man. Good man. What? Even binge?
I gave him binge, and I gave him binge. My
Okay,
cut binge is fucking awesome.
yeah, like it should have been a movie, right? It should have been a movie. It should have been, but it wasn't. Apparently, it's not even on Shudder anymore, right? They've just eliminated. They've just wiped
This
it from.
I can kind of get away with it because they took.
Yeah.
There's no rights to it anywhere, so I could have the rights to it. Do you know what I mean? It's on them. So my version is the only one you can get in the world.
I reckon you should acquire. You should purchase the rights, and then you've got the distribution rights. So then you can legally make your actual copies and do it legally.
Well, I was going to buy the television rights for Denver the Last Dinosaur about 10 years ago. It went on eBay,
Really?
and it's shit. It's only like 14 episodes, but I thought it was funny. It's on eBay.
Well, the actual rights to own it was on.
It was
eBay.
listed as the television rights. It's a France of Denver the Last Dinosaur.
Wow. Brilliant.
I think it went for about 50 quid. It's how ridiculous it is. It didn't even go for much.
See, if I bought the rights through like a film or a show or whatever, I wouldn't know what to do with it. What could I do? You know, because obviously I probably
place to show it, didn't you? It's not a case of
and it's also like, you know, does that include merchandising rights? Does that mean I can make T-shirts and whatnot? I don't know. I never understand like copyright and just owning something in general like that is confusing. Jules says, Jason, get Rob off. He will take over the stream. No, he's fine. He's fine.
What?
It's fine. It's fine.
Got some great lads in there. It's good.
Platinum Guy says, what is the worst video game film you've seen? For me, it's a Super Mario Brothers film.
It's not.
I liked that.
So the thing is, I queued up to see Jurassic Park in the cinema for hours, and they sold out. So we had to see Super Mario Brothers instead. And I love it. I love it for what it is. Even like Dennis Hopper, he's Cooper, and for the whole film, you watch it again. He walks around like this because he's a T-Rex. You don't realise he walks around like a T-Rex. I've got a work print of that film with I think 20 minutes extra in it. But it's not the worst.
I'm gonna say the worst video game film I've seen, and it probably goes for his entire catalogue because it's all shit.
Yeah.
House of the Dead and anything Uwe Boll has made. It's all shit.
No, but he's made Postal was good.
Was it? I've not seen that one.
But the one I watched straight to DVD was King of Fighters.
I didn't know they even made a King of Fighters film.
Yeah, it's Ray Park in it as the main guy. But I like the straight to DVD Tekken. The first Tekken's good.
That was pretty decent, actually.
Second one's shit.
Not seeing the second one. I liked the animated movie, the animated Tekken movie. That's good. Yeah.
Most of the shit ones, well. Double Dragon. Fuck, what else? I've done a video on it. Far Cry. I think Alone in the Dark is worse than House of Dead.
See, I've not seen Alone in the Dark. I've got it on DVD though, so I might watch it at some point.
Do what I did.
It's got Christian Slater in it, isn't it? Alone in the Dark.
On Magpie, I bought every single video game film ever made, and I was watching them one night. I got through 4 of them. I can do
it. There's been about like 4 Street Fighter films, right? You've had Street Fighter the animated movie, which is amazing. I love that film. Yeah. Street Fighter with Van Damme. Then you've got Chun-Li, and then you've got the one that actually looks good. I don't know what one. There's one I swear it's got Ken and Ryu in the front cover, and they're like. Is it a TV show?
It's about 10 eps. Really good, really good.
Yeah, it looks the part, but I've not seen it. For fuck's sake, Magpie Movies says, Rob, don't forget to plug our Sunday live stream. Don't worry, Paul. He won't forget to plug your ass. It's fine.
Oh, is it back Sunday? I'm not sure if I work Sundays. I work 7 days a week, so I'm going to try and make it, but I'll be there in spirit. I'll be there in spirit and a stain on Paul's trousers.
Brilliant. Absolute brilliant. Where are we? Right. Ryan says, thanks, Rob, in regards to the Last Action Hero Blu-ray. Jules says, you show off, Rob.
What?
Because
Oh,
you've been showing stuff off.
starts
Haven't you?
mentioning
You've been
about
showing-
sausages.
Jules says, offer Rob some cheesecake, Jason. That will keep him quiet. I have no context by these comments, by the way. I don't know what the fuck.
We went to Miller Ship's restaurant, didn't we? And it was
Oh,
a
yeah.
pub, obviously, a pub restaurant. How can you not have fucking cheesecake on the menu? Everyone has fucking cheesecake. So I actually wrote on the menu, really nice menu with a marker pen, cheesecake. $1.99. It still didn't get one.
$1.99. You actually put a price. Is that what you pay for it? $1.99.
On marker pen on these really expensive laminated menus, I wrote cheesecake $1.99. How's it going price of dessert? So, and I showed the manager. She was like, no.
Oh, fucking hell. She's probably gone back to bloody Millership and was like, don't let your mates in here again. Oh, we've got the bullet. The bullet's in the house, Pete. He says, oh, God, who let Rob in? Why does...
What's this?
Why
Who's
is
got it in for Rob?
Why is everyone
This is
picking
bullshit.
on Rob today? What's going on?
I almost died. You know, I almost died. I got 6 subscribers. I got about 20 subscribers when I was offline with COVID. When I come back, I've come back and lost subscribers. That doesn't make sense. My presence is losing me subs. What the fuck?
No, I don't get it. I swear, with every video I upload, I'll lose a sub. I swear, there's people that wait for a new video and then unsub. My first Critters video, I go on my analytics, it's like subscribers -1. So literally, someone
It's that guy that keeps subscribing
unsubscribed.
to us.
Yeah, that fucking what's his name? Like Heroic Journeys. What's he called?
I'm putting Scorpion back on.
Okay,
I'm still there.
I thought he was gonna get back up.
Aha,
again.
you got up again.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Frags Gaming says the second Street Fighter movie was good.
I also
Second
make
Street-
these to order if anyone wants any. I've got some Scorpions, masks,
Yeah.
plug in my business. Sorry, go on.
Frags Gaming says the second Street Fighter movie was good. Now, is he referring to Legend of Shang-Li?
No, you can't. That's where they made Bison a fucking businessman, didn't they?
Did they? I've not seen it.
Or are they referring to the second anime?
Balrog and Vega are okay. The rest of the film is fucking clown shoes.
So is he? It could be referring to Street Fighter Alpha. The other animated Street Fighter
Shit.
film. It was shit. Yeah, I agree, but I don't know what he's referring to then.
It's got to be Street Fighter 2 then. The second Street Fighter will be Street
Be
Fighter 2.
more specific.
Well, the actual animated Street Fighter 2, the animated movie.
Yeah.
Because that is the best Street Fighter movie. Oh,
Don't worry about it, does it? Mark.
here's your Sub-Zero. Now, Rob Zero.
Plane Zero.
See,
See, I wouldn't mind a remake of Running Man.
I kind of yes and no kind of thing. Like I think like Running Man is so delightfully cheesy 80s with Arnold Schwarzenegger one-liners that I don't think I could see something. I don't think I could see that film without Arnold Schwarzenegger in it.
The Old Christmas Tree, Follow Me Light Bulb. Great film.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. You know, like Jesse Ventura being the wrestler. He's in a load of like Arnie films. Like he's in Running Man. He's in Predator. Jesse Ventura. What happened to him? Jules says, love the film Wolf Creek. Wolf Creek is pretty fucking creepy.
2 of them films.
I know there's 2. Apparently there's a 3rd one coming out, apparently.
It's one of
I've
the.
not
Is
seen
it the yellow case for Wolf Creek?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I've not seen
Australian.
the second one. I swear there's like the clue line is just like, I cut your fucking titties off, love, or something like that, he says. I don't know. Where were we? Frags Gaming says, have you seen Jackie Chan's City Hunter where he is Chung-Li? Yeah, I'm sure I've seen that years ago, and he actually like the actual like
It's not okay, isn't it?
Guile jumps out of the arcade machine and he fights him. So very bizarre, if I remember correctly. It's very bizarre. I've not seen it in years though. Martin McBurney says, worst video game movie for me was Max Payne. Oh yeah, Max Payne was awful. I keep
Fucking Mark on it.
Yeah, Marky Mark, yeah. Blu-ray Bullet says, love you. I'm sure he's referring to you, Rob.
Could have been me.
All of us. He loves us all.
Yeah. I sent him a big box of subscriber mail. But I've got a feeling most of it will be giveaway fodder because I reckon he's got all of it already.
It's very hard to buy for. Every time I go and see X with him, he's got a pile like this fucking big. Film.
Yeah, anyway, Pete, I hope there's something in that box of subscriber mail you don't have, so you get something out of that. But yeah, obviously feel free. Huh?
No, don't.
What?
I said chlamydia, but that's all right.
That's not very nice. Wow.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, anyway, Pete, I hope there's something there that you don't have that you can enjoy it, and that's not chlamydia or AIDS or anything like that. I hope it's a film that you like. That's not 50 Shades, but you've probably got that because you got it off fucking Big Paulie, so it's fine.
In case if he's got it, he's upgrading stuff he's already got. You know, we've all got cases that are slightly ripped or discs a little bit scratched. So even when I get stuff that I've got, you upgrade your collection, didn't you? The best it can be.
I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense. Jules says they won't let me in again. I was too loud. I don't understand what they mean. The restaurant?
You're screaming all night.
Oh, was she now? What was you doing to her, Rob?
No, I was up the other end. Not up the other end of the table, that is. At the table.
You walked into that one.
She was next to, obviously, Magpie. I was up the end with Big Paulie and Pal.
Oh, yeah. Up the end with those guys.
The other end.
Up their ends, yeah. Playtender guy asks, thoughts on Idris Elba as Knuckles in the upcoming Sonic 2 film?
No.
I'm just gonna wait and judge it when I see it, because it's hard because he's a voice. We don't know what he could do as a voice actor, so I'm gonna leave my judgment until I've seen the film. But I'm so hyped for Sonic 2.
Knuckles back in the cartoon time. His voice is too deep, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He was good in the Jungle Book. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Like, I'm really looking forward to Sonic 2. Sonic 1, like, it's a film that does not deserve to be as good as it is, but I loved it.
Same as Detective Pikachu. Do you know what I mean? Both of them titles should be shit, and they're not.
They're good. And I think Jim Carrey makes this infinitely better than it is. Jim Carrey is the star of this film. I've heard rumors that the voice actor of Sonic has been changed for the sequel, apparently.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. It's something I've read. Martin McBurney recently watched Q the Winged Serpent. Definitely needs a Blu-ray release. I've just picked that up on DVD recently. I'm looking forward to checking that out, to be honest.
Heard of it, but not seen it.
Stand in silence. Hello, Peter. Welcome to the stream. He said, I liked Resident Evil Retribution. Not much a fan of the series, Ro. Retribution as in the film.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the worst films of all time.
Is that the one that... What's the one that starts off in reverse and it goes forward? They're jumping out the plane. Is that the third one? No, the fourth one. Starts off where the one before it ends up on a boat.
Oh, when they're
when Jill Valentine turns up and she's like being controlled.
Like 10 minutes. And then they play it back again for another 10 minutes. I hate Wesker getting defeated by a fucking door. That's what pissed me off.
Retribution is the one where all the characters from the first film will come back, but it's all like a simulation. Do you remember?
So I don't mind that one. I think the weakest one is the one in the building, the skyscraper. the apartment building. Sorry, the land on the roof and the helicopter.
I've
The
not
one
seen
after.
them all. I probably haven't seen it.
it's,
I've seen the first 5. I've not seen the last one. Is that the one where they got all? She's got all her clones and they go into the building to attack the.
I lose it after.
So convoluted.
Desert
It's
One
so,
number
it's a
3.
mess.
That's the fourth one. That's the fourth one, isn't it?
Well,
When they
when she
land on the
gets all her
skyscraper,
clones.
when they're going to go over to the boat.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the fourth one.
That shit.
They're all kind of poo. I've got a soft spot for the first 2 films. I find them fairly entertaining for what they are. I thought they got the Nemesis design pretty bang on, if I'm honest. I thought it looked pretty good in the film.
I can't watch it again after knowing they made Nemesis too short. And the bit where he's walking towards Star's building, that they stretched the screen to make him look bigger, but they stretched the car in the background as well.
Well,
So if you watch that scene, there's a really massive fucking car.
I do plan to do a ranking, so I need to actually watch through those at some point.
Have you got the 3 animated films?
Fun fact, I don't really care about them, so no.
They're good. They're good though. The animation
they're
ain't the
supposed
best.
to tie in with the actual films as well, ain't they?
Well, the live action films.
I think they just said just after 6. I think. Well, then they mentioned Resident Evil 5, which I think is underrated. People hate that game. I like 5.
I like 5. I think it had the best replay value out of any Resident Evil game. It had great replay value.
Sort of issues with it, people complaining, saying it was racist. But number 4 was set in Spain, wasn't it? With all Spanish people.
I think so. I'm not too sure.
I
can't remember.
But the series, the series is absolutely rubbish. I was waiting ages for that series to come out, and then when it finally released, the series is just 4 bloody episodes long, and it is absolute trash.
What's that?
I can't get the first one.
The series is absolute rubbish.
What series?
The Resident Evil series.
There's a TV show.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Animated Netflix.
Oh, is
they've been waiting
all
this long just to bring out a series, and it's like 4 episodes long, and it is absolute trash.
Oh. I thought it was just going to be another CG movie. That's what I thought it was.
It's a CG 4 episode. They're doing a live action TV show, which is nothing to do with Resident Evil, and they're doing the new film.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll see. I just hope they treat the source material with respect. That's all I want. You know, I want the story of the mansion and that kind of slow burn kind of zombie tale. That's what I want. You know.
I think it's straight into Raccoon City.
Well, the film's going to be called Welcome to Raccoon City, so I guess it's going to be amalgamation between 1 and 2, maybe. By the sounds of it.
I might have to make a move because I think the wife is going to bed, so I need to go and do some illegal downloading, maybe.
Rob, quick question: if you can get me old, I'd really appreciate it because I want to watch it.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
What you be watching?
See you later, sir.
Yeah.
Right. Nice to meet you too.
Bro.
Meet you.
Take care. Man. Right.
Yeah.
And then there were 3. Let's be frank, right? Since Rob joined, we've gone from 6 to 11, so he's done us a favor, I suppose.
Okay, that's going to plummet within the next 2 minutes. Let's count that down.
Anyway, Playtale guy says, I take the Mario Brothers movie comment back. Far Cry was an abomination.
I liked the Mario Bros movie. I actually did like that.
It's got nothing to do with Mario Brothers, but it is what it is, right? It makes it even more kind of funny when you watch interviews with Bob Hoskins. He just says how he was just basically drinking scotch for the whole movie, making the whole movie. But yeah, I if I could get hold of the Blu-ray, I would own it. You know what I mean? Not in a rush to own it, but if I could get it for cheap, I'd definitely own it. Fraz Gaming says Running Man is my favorite Stephen King film. Yeah, I do forget that Running
Ghosts
Man is a Stephen King.
He's got ghosts. Things full of his.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ready, guys? 1, 2, gather!
Oh well.
That's a great plan, Ray. Gather.
What does the ghost want to watch?
Sorry, that was obnoxious and unnecessary. That was inappropriate. I do apologize. I swear I've seen a clip from like the behind the scenes of the 2016 Ghostbusters film, and you got, I forget her name, but the black girl, she's all like, she's like taking the Mickey out of the theme. I'm just like,
Right.
That's a bit cringe. Anyway, Pete says, is anyone going to pick up the 4K for Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I sure as shit am. There's a lot of 4K titles that I want to pick up at some point, but funds are a thing. I still want to get Howard the Duck on 4K. I've not seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit in absolute what feels like the whole of my life. I think I saw it.
It's amazing
I
film.
think I watched it when I was a kid. I don't think I've watched it as an adult. You know?
As a kid, when what's his name, Christopher Lloyd turns into a toon, and those eyes, that was so freaking scary just to see him like that.
Wasn't that one of the first films to combine live action with animation?
I think so, because it's quite an old film, isn't it?
Yeah, it's there's an old film which is banned now called Song of the South that had live action.
Song of the South,
yeah.
Oh, Disney film.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll tell you what's even scarier. Have you seen the pictures of Christopher Lloyd without the animation over his eyes?
No, I quite frankly don't want
it's
to.
Even scarier.
Oh,
wow. Huh.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely a film I'd be considering on 4K.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. Peter asks, didn't Jesse Ventura have a career in politics? I wouldn't have a clue, if I'm honest. This is an easy question for me. Platino guy asks, what actors can you not stand? Danny Dyer, he's shit. I don't want to watch anything he's in. Like, anything he's in. You know, I picked up a film today. It was 10p. It had him in it. I was like, no. He's been in one good film.
Case.
Huh?
Not even for the case.
No.
No.
The case has been tainted by his stench, so no. There's one good film he's in that I quite like, which is Severance.
I've got that.
Severance is pretty fun. But yeah, what about you guys? And actors you can't stand?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. I don't mind Matt Damon. I think he's been in some good stuff. Like I think he's good in Elysium, the Neil Blomkamp film. I think he's good in that.
The only thing he's good in is in Team America.
Matt Damon. I've not watched that film in years. I bet it hasn't aged well.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
It's probably really risky now, isn't it?
Yeah. I can't stand Michael Cera. I hate the guy. I think he's about as useful as a cock-flavored lollipop. Can't stand him.
Fair enough. Peter says, I can't stand Shia LaBeouf. Or however you pronounce his fucking surname.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get the bed. Yeah.
I think it's quite funny how, like, you know, Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox kind of like became sort of famous with Transformers. And now Shia LaBeouf has literally disappeared into obscurity. And maybe Megan Fox has come back and made maybe her best film so far. I've not seen it, but I've heard really, really good things. I forgot what it's called, but it was basically just her in a house. It's a home invasion film. It's about her and her husband. The husband's just killed himself. So she's left in the house with her dead husband, and the house gets raided. And it's just her trying to survive. I forget what it's called. Joe, what I'm talking about?
No, I'm not hearing it.
Let me look it up. It looks really good, though.
Till Death.
Till Death, yeah, that's it, yeah. Yeah, it looks really good. I want to see it. I do love those films that are like really concise and focus into one kind of story. Like your one location films do it really well. So I'm hoping that's a good one. But a lot of people are saying it's her best film in years, so I hope it's good.
Yeah,
Peter also can't stand Ellen Page. You can't call him
Can't
Ellen,
call her that,
Ellen
no,
anymore.
him,
It's
that, yeah.
Elliot Page.
Elliot.
Anyway,
I wonder if they're going to release like older films. Are they going to change the name like on the packaging? If they have like reprints and things like
I
that.
think they have.
Yeah.
oh, what in terms of like if she's like a lead in a film and they've
Yeah.
Yeah, if they release like a new special, so like if they do like a 20-year anniversary,
She's in the Netflix series Umbrella Academy, and she's under Elliot Page in that.
Yeah.
Was she in? I could be wrong. Wasn't she? I swear she was in 2 films. I could be wrong. She was in Super. I'm sure she was in Super. Yeah. And I know I'm saying she, but it's relevant because at the time she was a girl.
At the time, yeah.
And was she in Juno?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah. So do you think
and X-Men?
Inception. Yeah.
She's in the X-Men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's she playing X-Men?
She's in the third one.
Yeah. She's in
the one that can walk through walls.
Maybe I missed that completely. Perhaps I don't know.
The one that could walk through walls in the third one.
Yeah.
When she comes up against Juggernaut.
It's probably why. It's probably why I can't remember it because the fucking third one.
No, she's in Days of Future Past as well.
Ah, interesting. Yeah. I must have just missed it completely. To be fair, but yeah, maybe like Andy was saying, maybe I
just wonder if they're going to do that.
Yeah, if she's in it, like if they re-release like a 20th anniversary of Juno or whatever, maybe it's
yeah.
But then that would be a bit weird. That would make that film a bit weird because I swear it's her pregnant on the front cover. Like,
yeah,
it might be a bit, might be a bit sketchy. But maybe he's all right to be referred to as a woman past self kind of thing. Prior
to
because maybe he recognizes I was a woman then, now I'm not. Anything going forward, I'm Elliot. So maybe that's the mindset, before and after kind of thing. But like I've said on the stream before, I'll never understand it. I can only just accept it, right? That's all I can really do.
Yeah.
I can accept it. I can respect their decision. That's what they want to do. That's it. It's cool with me. Whatever.
Yeah.
It just means I can't fantasize about Ellen Page anymore. But oh well, we move on. Anyway, especially that scene in Super where she shags fucking what's his name? Yeah, I wish that was me. Anyway, have you seen Super, Jason? It's really good, like grounded, like satire of superhero films. It's really good.
I think I might have actually seen that. Yeah,
about a guy basically loses everything. His wife just leaves him for this like gangster guy. He's like rich gangster dude. He loses his job, so he becomes a superhero with a wrench. He's just like, shut up, crime. Just beats people over. There's a scene where he's in a line for the cinema. He just starts beating people with a wrench because they won't. Yeah. They get cut in line. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Pete says, I'm going to put context to this comment. He's speaking about my subscriber mail that I sent him. He says, let's hope it ain't Jason's Lucky Charms. I bet you fucking wish it was my Lucky Charms, you bastard. He said, we'll open tomorrow. Awesome. So that tells me you've got it. That's good. I'm glad. Jules says, I was loud because as I was excited. I mean, isn't most people excited during that kind of activity? But anyway, I digress. Why are people still watching this fucking train wreck of a stream? Anyway, I always feel like I'm just being myself and being stupid, but I feel like it's all just cringe, and I don't know why people watch me. Why do you watch me, Andy? Why? Tell me.
Entertaining.
Fair enough. I'll take it. I'll take it any day of the week. Thank you very much. Jason just puts up with me because he only lives 2 minutes away.
Yeah.
He just waits for that message when I say bag it and take it available now.
Yeah.
Yeah. In hindsight, this is a bit of a risque comment, but it is what it is.
Okay.
Peter says, I couldn't stand the guy who played Black Panther in Avengers.
Okay.
Considering that guy's passed away, whatever, but fair enough, I suppose. Like, I thought he was good, personally, but it's just me.
Chadwick Boseman, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know his name, so I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm terrible with name. Jules says, I spent most of the night defending you, Jason. Well, I appreciate that. I don't know what from.
The rear?
The
rear?
Fuck's sake. Jules asks, did you like 10 Cloverfield Lane? Funny enough, I've not seen that film.
I think it's good. I don't think it's great, but I think it's good. What it is. I love John Goodman. I just think he's great.
He is fantastic.
Yeah.
For some reason, I always get John Goodman and John Candy mixed up, and I always think John Goodman's dead, but it's actually John Candy's dead. I was
Yeah.
It's the same with John Ritter as well. He died as well.
Yeah. I love John Ritter.
He's great.
Yeah.
I know him mostly from A Simple Rules to Date My Daughter and Bride of Chucky is in that as well.
Yeah.
I don't really know him in anything much else, to be honest.
I remember him in Bad Santa and the Tim Curry It.
Oh yeah, he's in that. Yeah.
I
forgot.
There's a great film called Stay Tuned, which I've mentioned a couple of times. That needs to be seen by more people. It's brilliant.
What's it called? Sorry?
Stay Tuned. It's pretty much about him and his wife, and they have like this remote, and it takes them into like devil and hell versions of TV shows, and they end up going in. I remember mentioning this. They go into like a zombie version of Wayne's World. It's so much fun. It's so. Yeah,
I need to see
the zombie version of Wayne's World.
Google images of Wayne's World. Stay tuned. It's brilliant.
Please tell me there's a physical of this.
I do have it on Blu-ray. Hang on. That's it.
I need to check it out.
It's
cool.
It's just so much fun. That's the back. But it's just such a great film. So underrated. But yeah, I fully recommend just Googling the zombies of Wayne's World. They call it Dwayne's Underworld for like copyright reasons, but it's so much fun. Like the whole audience, they're all zombies. It's just great. Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Peter says, yeah, that's Retribution that starts off with a big slow-mo scene on a cruise ship. Okay, I'm sure Retribution is also Resident Evil Retribution is the one where they're in Hong Kong and it's like just a simulation. It's not actually like real life. I'm sure of it because Michelle Rodriguez's character is back in that film. Arguably the best character in the first movie, in my opinion. But yeah, she's back and she's like all pretty and she's got a daughter and a husband and a life, but it's not all real because it's a simulation. I'm like, interesting. But yeah, I just remember it being like one of the worst films I've ever seen. Just really bad. But if you like it, it's really cool. Frags Gaming says, I think Final Chapter is worse than Retribution. I've not seen Final Chapter, so I can't comment on that. But I could imagine it is because it's fucking Resident Evil. Anyway,
I think they dragged it on too long.
It's literally Paul W.S. Anderson going, look at my hot wife across 6 movies. They should have took away the Resident Evil sag and just said the film should have been called Look at My Hot Wife. That's what it should have been. Because that's what the films are.
I was expecting to see a lot more of Leon as well, but he wasn't really given much of a run in that franchise. I
don't think they really picked the correct actors for their roles. I thought the actor that played Jill Valentine looked the part, and I thought she was a pretty good Jill Valentine. But the people they chose for Chris Redfield and Leon, they just didn't work. I didn't think they didn't feel like the characters at all.
I think they done pretty well on Leon.
Yeah, I disagree. But then again, I've not seen those films in a long time, so I need to rewatch them. What was I saying? Play Tendo guy Pete says Detective Pikachu was a blast. Really would love another Pokemon movie in that live action style. Yeah, I would be up for that. However, I'm just going to put this out there because this is my opinion. I think Detective Pikachu was as good as it was because Ryan Reynolds' Pikachu was fucking brilliant. I think he pretty much carried the movie, in my opinion. Without Ryan Reynolds playing Pikachu, I don't think it would have been as successful. Well, it might have been because it's Pokemon, but for me, it's what kind of made me interested. I don't know. Have you seen it, Jason?
I should do the Pokey Awesome Pikachu.
Have you ever, Andy? Have you ever seen the Ego Raptor Awesome cartoons, like shorts?
No.
On YouTube. It's so funny. It's literally him, just like it's all to do with it's all video games. So it'd be like like Awesome Creed or Metal Gear Awesome or Pokey Awesome,
Legend of Awesome.
Yeah, Legend of Awesome, which is like Legend of Zelda. And they're little flash animations, but they're so fucking funny. So the Pokemon one is literally like just got Ash. He's just like, Pikachu, I choose you, go. It's like derpy Ash, right? He throws Pikachu out. Pikachu's got a voice. He's like, Pika-Pig. It's fucking hilarious. It's so good. And like he's fighting Venusaur, and Venusaur's getting hit, and his trainer's like, oh no, Venusaur, just attack with whatever you feel like, man. And Venusaur's like, wait, what? What? Sorry, I mean Venusaur with a question mark. What the fuck? It's so funny. I can't really explain it without you watching it. Just look it up on YouTube. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I love it. Also, if you want a good laugh, look up scientifically accurate Pokemon.
Oh god, no.
It's fucking brilliant.
Oh god, no.
It's literally the theme song for Pokemon with a new flash animation, but they use scientific fact on what the Pokemon show would have been if they used fact. It's fucking hilarious. It's like he goes, one of the lyrics in the song is like, Ash took a fish he found, and he threw it on the ground. Poor Magikarp, that fish reverse drowned. It's just like Brock and Misty and Ash just like eating it on a barbecue. It's so fun. It's so random. Oh, I love it. I can't really talk about it without you watching it. You need to watch it. There's also a scientifically accurate Barney the dinosaur, and it's fucking hilarious. It
creeps me the hell out.
It's just like a cartoon of children being just torn apart by a giant pink dinosaur.
I still haven't slept in the 3 weeks since I last saw it.
Oh, it's so good. I love it so much. The Turtles one is fucking gross. Scientifically accurate Ninja Turtles is fucking gross.
Wow.
You can imagine how the lengths they go. Just like a scientifically accurate Ninja Turtle. Scientifically accurate. Oh, it's so good. And he goes like, it's fact that turtles are deaf, so your screams they won't hear you screaming help. And it's just like, turtles don't have vocal cords, so cowabunga is hissing breath. It's fucking so stupid. And it's like, it's time to talk about turtle dick. It's as long as a turtle and astonishingly big. When you see their toothless grin, it's probably because their dick can touch their chin. Scientifically accurate Ninja Turtle. It's so good. Like seriously, look it up, Andy. It's fucking brilliant. It's kind of gross as well, but it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, sounds like.
Oh, sorry. I'll get off that tangent. I love tangents. They're great. Right. Anyway. Peter says there's a bunch of stuff in Resident Evil Retribution that looks like a L'Oreal commercial. What? I don't get it. Peter says the CGI Resident Evil films are actually pretty decent. See, I think I watched the first one, Degeneration, and I didn't think it was very good. I was like, eh. I think it's the animation that just kind of I'm just not invested in the characters because it's just CG and it's just a bit, eh. I don't know. Never got into them myself personally, to be fair. Pete, apparently Pete can't stand Kevin Hart. Interesting. I thought he was really good. I thought he was really good in Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah. I liked it. When it was in the second one where he was supposed to be Danny Glover.
I've not seen the second one.
It's pretty funny. But I agree with you there. He's great in the two Jumanji movies. Yeah.
Jules says, do I need to see Don't Breathe before I watch Don't Breathe 2? I wouldn't know because I've not seen either. But from what I've heard, it is a direct sequel, so I would have thought so.
I watched Jamie Powell's review earlier today, and he said it sort of takes place a few years after the first one. Okay, so I probably would give the first one a watch. I mean, yeah. It's a great little film.
Sorry.
No, I was just going to say it's a great little film, the first one.
Cool. I hear it gets a bit mean-spirited towards the end. Yes. I've heard that.
Yeah.
Okay. As in, like, hard to watch, mean-spirited, or?
There's a scene involving a turkey baster, and I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah. Oh. Turkey baster.
I'm guessing that goes somewhere it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Turkey.
Brutal. Fucking Sophie's asking all the great questions. I have a brilliant question. Me or Steve? I'm sorry, Steve, but you got to go back on the shelf. There's your answer, Sophie. There you go. Anyway, that was cringe. Let's move on.
What about me? What? I feel left out now. I have Hulk. And Goku.
Fun fact, everybody. I gave him those plush toys because he takes all the shit I don't want. Literally, I take a shit and he takes it. It's great. He cleans up the poo for me. Yeah, what am I talking about? Anyway, standing in silence. Peter says, I had to look up who Kevin Hart is. He seems pretty awful.
He's a little comedian dude.
I think he's all right. I think, I don't know. I've not seen him in much, but I think he's all right from what I've seen him in. Like the Jumanji films, he's pretty good. Yeah. What's everyone's favourite film starring Courtney Love? I can't even think of one film that I've seen with her in it.
Courtney Love. It's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
I'm going to say Man on the Moon, the Andy Kaufman biopic with Jim Carrey. It's a great movie.
Fair enough.
He plays his wife in it.
Peter says, lol, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Peter also says, Team America is a time capsule.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't think a lot of it would fly today. Lol. Lol. Funny name. Anyway, he says, Jason, did you know you're on IMDb? What? I don't believe that somehow.
Are you?
How can I be on IMDb? How does that work? Interesting. Anyway, Martin McBurney says he can't stand Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I would agree on that one as well.
I mean,
Yeah, it's more recent
He's-
comedies.
Just like other actors, he plays the same character in every single film.
yeah,
Uncle Jim is pretty good.
I've not seen that.
Yeah.
It's more of a serious role, isn't it?
Yeah.
Peter says yes. Kitty Pryde Shadowcat. I don't know who he's talking. Oh, all right. He's talking about Ellen Page in X-Men. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We're quite behind the comments, it seems.
No surprise there.
But I don't want to stay on too late tonight because I've got a long day tomorrow. Jason knows my long day tomorrow. That I don't really want to do, but I'm gonna. Jules is so nice. She goes, I watch you because you're ace, Jason. Well, thank you very much. She doesn't mean you, Jason. She means me. That's more like it. Playtender guy asks, favorite John Goodman film?
Barton Fink.
Huh?
Barton Fink.
I don't think I've seen it.
Coen Brothers film. Fantastic.
There's a film with him.
The first that comes to the top of my head are Flintstones, obviously, and the Borrowers.
Yeah, I think he's really good in the Borrowers. Yeah, I don't know what else I've seen him in, to be honest. I'm terrible.
Arachnophobia.
Oh yeah, he's the fucking exterminator dude. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good in that. I don't know if don't think I could pick a favorite, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Yeah. He's in too many good movies. He's like the heart and soul of a bad movie sometimes, John Goodman.
Yeah, Flintstones live action.
Yeah.
That's a bad movie.
Yeah.
Second one is even worse.
Not seen it. Sophie asks, what are your thoughts on the Final Destination films? I think they are pointless. I really like the first two. After that, I could not care less, to be honest.
I've only seen the first one.
And another bunch of films that they dragged on for too long.
I mean, I like the concept. I like the concept where, you can't cheat death. If death wants you dead, you're going to be dead, But what the most thing I liked about those films is the setting up the big set piece at the beginning of the film. Like the plane blowing up in the first movie. The premonition of the plane blowing up in the first movie, and then obviously the big pile up in the second film. I just love the concept and them starting out with this big premonition of everyone dying, and then it cuts to the character realizing, holy shit, this is going to happen. I think they're done well. I just think they, like Jason said, they just milked them to death to the point where they just weren't good. I don't really care about anything after the second one. We have James Millership, Jim Jam. Welcome to the stream, dude. It's good to see you. He says it's been a busy old night tonight. Nah, man, get some rest, dude.
Yeah.
The weekend is here. You can chill out. That's if you don't work on weekends. I don't know. Marky McBurney says John Ritter was also in Sling Blade. Great movie, worth checking out. Yeah, not seen that one.
Great film. Billy Bob Thornton. Great movie. Yeah.
Platinum Guy says, if you could ever experience a film in the cinema again, what would it be? Again.
Wow. So is this what? Is this a film that we've seen in the cinema that's already out now that we would go to a cinema and watch again?
Yeah, the way I'm interpreting the question is that we've seen it in the cinema once already. What film would we want to experience again in the cinema?
See, what have I enjoyed in the cinema?
The thing is, though, I've seen some classic films in the cinema as well. So, like I could just cheat and go like, I did an Arnold Schwarzenegger marathon before.
Yeah.
So I would watch the Terminator on the big screen again any day of the week. Like, you know, I would watch Commando again on the big screen. That was fucking great. Yeah, there's loads. You know, I'd say one of the best cinema experiences I had in terms of just atmosphere and just everything coming together was A Quiet Place Part 1. One that like literally like dead silence in the theater watching that film. It was the most just like crazy good experiences. You know, I didn't have any kids in the back causing noise. It was just when the suspense and the quiet happened, the whole cinema was dead silent. It was great. I've not seen the sequel yet though.
For me, for the atmosphere and everything, I really enjoyed it. The cinema was Ponyo.
Oh man, I've not seen a Studio Ghibli film in the cinema yet. And when Prince Charles Cinema in London, they usually do a lot of Studio Ghibli showings. When they show Princess Mononoke again, I might have to go up and watch it because that's my favorite animated film of all time. And I would love to see that on the big screen. Oh, shut up! Don't start that again, you slag. We're moving on. Peter says, I watched a great documentary about the two guys behind labels Code Red and Dark Force. The crazy tale of Banana Man and Demon on YouTube was great. I don't know what that is, if I'm honest.
Banana Man. Don't know
I remember Banana Man. Yeah.
Like part of the Beano and the Dandy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of vaguely remember it, but I don't remember it like loads.
No, I don't.
But that sounds cool, regardless. What am I doing? Jules says, I would love to talk to Andy. He's such a lovely guy.
Oh, thanks, Jules.
Jules just loves everybody.
Yeah. That's really nice. Thanks, Jules.
Peter says, no, Jason Brett, please don't sing. Okay.
Okay, how far back are these comments? When did you sing last?
I was trying to sing like the scientifically accurate songs.
Oh yeah.
God.
Yeah, those. Favorite Brendan Fraser film, The Mummy. That's easy, The Mummy.
Oh, no, I'm going to say George of the Jungle.
Over The Mummy? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I'm not quite sure. I'd say The Mummy.
Again,
Mummy's awesome.
Just like Adam Sandler and Jason Statham and other characters like that. He plays the same character in every bloody film.
There's a really good underrated one. I think it's called School Ties. Where he plays like this. I think he plays like a Jewish lad at this like sort of Catholic school, and he's like he can't let anyone know that he's Jewish.
Oh no! Wait. What was that one he was in with what's her name? Liz Hurley, where she was like the devil?
Bedazzled. Yeah.
Bedazzled. That's the one. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. With Honors is a good film as well, but I don't mind with Joe Pesci. Yeah.
I'm really confused by this next comment.
Okay.
Peter says, lol, this is like the worst and simultaneously best stream ever.
That makes things good.
I mean, I'll take it, but I don't know how it could be both at the same time. Jules says, have a good gig tomorrow, Jason. Yeah, good. I don't even want to fucking play this gig, if I'm honest with you guys. I don't. Jason knows why. I just don't want to. It's just like I got to fucking travel 3 hours on the train. And that's just one way. I got to get back home as well, like late. I just can't be bothered with the fucking bullshit. Like I really can't be bothered. But that is just the way of things. I've got to do things I don't want to do sometimes, I suppose. Like having Jason on the stream. Peter says, "Is Matinee with John Goodman any good?" That's a film
Yes.
that I've really wanted to see.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's fantastic. I love that film. Joe Dante as the director. It's brilliant. Very, very relevant to what happened with Joker a couple of years ago. You know, when people were like trying to cancel the movie without actually seeing it.
Yeah.
It deals with a lot of that in its like premise, because John Goodman's playing this director who's releasing this monster movie called Mant, which like is meant to be like this cross between like a man and an ant. And loads of people where he's promoting the film are like trying to cancel the movie, and he's like offering them free tickets, like come and see it, see what you think, and they're like, no, shut it down, we don't want it. Get it gone. It's a great little film.
I love films about films.
Yeah.
It sounds right up my street, so I need to check it out. I wanted to get the Arrow Blu-ray when it was on sale, but I just didn't have the funds for it. So I will get it at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a great fun little film.
Peter says, I would like to see both Alien and Aliens for the first time in the cinema.
Good choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, there's a cinema in London called Prince Charles, and they usually do Alien and Aliens back to back, 35mm prints as well. But they always like come out usually like on days that I can't do. So
yeah,
it's usually a bit awkward sometimes. But that's a great little cinema if you're ever in London and you want to see like an old school film. Sometimes if you go on the website, they've got like the whole schedule and stuff like that. Halloween's like some of the best time of the year because they do obviously Halloween on Halloween, which I've been to see before, which is great. And they do like a horror marathon. So they did one where it was like 80s horror, so it was like The Thing, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Blob. Like they had like a bunch of like classic 80s horror, and it's just a marathon of just these horror. It's so good. It's definitely, I don't know whether you get cinemas where you are, Andy, that do that.
Not really. No, a lot of the cinemas that I went to when I was younger, they've all shut down now. It's pretty much all City World and Odeon now.
Oh, okay.
Which is a shame.
I'm sure I saw an advert for the Odeon. They're doing like an Arrow horror marathon.
Oh wow!
I swear a bunch of people were sharing it, and it's like they were like showing like Hellraiser, Eaten Alive, and a bunch of like obscure. I know Hellraiser's not really obscure, but it was like Hellraiser and a bunch of like obscure horror films, like 8 films, I think. Yeah. And it was like, but I don't think there was any of the Odeons near me were showing doing it. But a lot of people I know, like Movie Worm, was sharing it as well.
Yeah.
I think he was looking to book a ticket to go. So that's cool to see like the bigger chains doing those kind of things.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the Prince Charles Cinema in London is very much like a kind of a niche little cinema, but it's world famous because of it gets like old prints. It does get like the original Star Wars trilogy, but it never can get them all together at the same time. So it's never done an original trilogy marathon, which I'm waiting for because I'd buy a ticket immediately for that. Fuck yes, especially if they're theatrical cuts, which I don't think there will be, but I really hope they would. They might do like A New Hope one month, and then the next month they might get Emperor Strikes Back and vice versa, whatever. But they've never actually had the 3 films in one marathon before, which I think is crazy because I would eat that up. They have done, which is mental, right? It's a fucking long day if you choose to do it. They have done Hobbit extended and Lord of the Rings extended back to back.
Yeah, that's a long
day.
That's a long shift. Yeah,
that's a lot of snacks and a lot of toilet breaks in that. Like even the marathons I've been to. I went to an X-Men marathon. It was just after a few Days of Future Past came out, so I watched X-Men 1, 2, 3, Wolverine, the Wolverine, and then it was fucking long. It was like Wolverine, the Wolverine, and then Days of Future Past. It was before Logan came out, but even that was a fucking long night. It was like 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. It was fucking epic. But yeah, to do the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings, that's a 24-hour day. That is fuck that. Like that is a challenge and a half, right?
Yeah, that's intense.
The cool thing about Prince Charles, though, what I like about Prince Charles Cinema is like, because obviously you can leave when you want, but as soon as you leave the theater, you're not allowed in. It's like, it's like once you leave, you can't have readmittance. So what they do when it's the end, like 9 a.m. or when it's 8:30, whatever it is in the morning, and everyone comes out, they'll get everyone together and they go, "These are the survivors," and they take a big photo for the Facebook page. It's well cool. It's such a cool time.
Yeah.
And I want to go back because it's really cool. Ryan says, there will be a live on my channel tomorrow with special guest Soviet Retro Revival. Cool. I won't be there for it though, because I'll be in a shitty gig that I don't want to go to. Oh well. Peter says, cool. I'll try and pick up Matinee on the next Arrow sale then.
Yeah. Don't you'll regret it.
Peter also says, I live in Gothenburg, Sweden, and there's screenings of Aliens as Aliens here sometimes. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. And guys, that is the last comment. And I think I'm going to call it a night because I've got a long day tomorrow. So everyone that's watching, thank you so much for tuning in. I do apologize from earlier. I know I advertised it. I know I advertised it as the Horror Hands, and unfortunately he couldn't, due to technical difficulties, it just wasn't doable, unfortunately. But hopefully next week it will be better. Thank you, Jason, for jumping on. Thank you, Andy, for jumping on. Really do appreciate it. Rob from Robert's Bounty, appreciate you jumping on for the little time that you did. Thank you, everyone, for watching. If you can like this video, I really do appreciate it. As always, I have been Jason, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. I'm not even looking at the camera properly. Bye-bye. Bye.